Hey Goldie, what's on today's to-do list?
Why, it's match day, Dave. Are you hoping for a full house tonight?
Not too fast. As long as we sell all the tickets, I don't care, I don't care, I don't care if you come down here.
We make more money from the tourists here, so I don't care if you come down here.
Nathan Billericker's got a boy for the night. His ex-missus says you better treat her kiddie right. Buys a kid a ticket and a burger and a Sprite. You got a train home, 200 if you like.
Cause I don't care, I don't care, I don't care if you come down here. Cause you make more money from the tourists here, so we don't give a monkeys if you come down here.
Not from when a pocket took a bully in the water. Never lost a rumble but it can't get sore. Climbs more stairs than it did before. What's his old seat, then he's got to pay more.
Cause I don't care, I don't care, I don't care if you come down here. Cause you make more money for the tourists here, so we don't give a monkeys if you come down here.
Because the cabbie only goes to football with his wife. He did it as a kid and he's done it all his life. But he don't get a winter fuel allowance anymore. So he's gonna sell his ticket to a pub for Singapore.
I don't care, I don't care, I don't care if you come down here. Cause you make more money for the tourists here, but we don't give a monkeys if you're here next year. I don't care, I don't care, I don't care if you come down here. Cause you make more money for the tourists here, and I don't care if you come down here.
Hello, everyone. Hope you're all right. Sunday evening, and we've got tomorrow off because it's a long weekend. Well, I say that, John. You're self-employed. Have you got tomorrow off?
No, mate. Some of us ain't PAYE, and we don't get paid holidays and that. So I will be in the cab early in the morning. Hopefully, do a good shift and get back to Dagenham for 3 p.m. But we'll see.
Good stuff. Good stuff. Thanks everyone for joining us. Late notice. I was pondering on whether to do it or not, or do it tomorrow night, but. You know, we haven't done the phone in, so we're going to get into the phone ins quicker than we normally do on this. We're not going to go over the game again. We've done that to death.
Nah.
What I will say though, because I've got to get into the habit of doing this on live shows. If you are new to this channel, please subscribe and don't forget, drop a like on the stream, on the video. That ain't the love heart in the chat. That's the thumbs up. I don't know why they put that fucking love heart there. I don't know what it does. I'll tell you what, we have got some good news though. Some really good news, and that is the West Ham fan base. Do you know what? We're waking up, and this has really got me. In fact, I'm feeling exhausted today now. I've been fucking full of adrenaline all day. I've been watching the numbers fly up on this petition, absolutely fly up. I mean, we've gone from 6,000 eight days ago to 9,620 now. They're going up that fast. I mean, today we've had 14 or 1,500 new signatures. So the challenge is, if we can get up to 10,000 by the end of this show, that'd be amazing. We'll be into double figures. So thanks everyone for jumping on board. We're not going to sit here at all. I've heard some other channels say some stuff about, you know, they're fed up with the "I told you so"s and all that. We're not here to do that. We're not here to say "I told you so."
No,
we're just happy to have people jumping on board. It was always going to take. Look, listen, when you've got people out there, John, that are spreading fucking positive news that we're going to be signing Harvey Elliott and Grealish, fans are going to get excited, aren't they?
Yeah, I mean, people understand. People are desperate for good news. People are desperate for signings and positives, and I get that. And we have had some positives through the years with Sullivan, few and far between.
Yeah.
But as you know, the common denominator for our problems are that man. And yes, the petition may not work, right? It may not have any effect at all, but you can only but fucking try. Yeah,
you can.
And once it gets out there in the media, if that's possible, we don't know. But I tell you what, I'm fucking never going to give up.
I'll tell you what, if we can get to 10 this quick, because this is like the petition's almost just started. It's really started going. It's really started going. Domino effect. It started going now. I'm seeing people pushing it on some channels, but I'm seeing loads of people pushing it on Twitter and Facebook and stuff like that. And look. If people don't want to get involved with it, that's fine. Now, I'm not gonna beg and plead with anyone anymore. This is West Ham petition. You're all spreading it yourselves. I mean, the reason these numbers are going up ain't just us. It's everyone. Like I said, I'm seeing it being pushed everywhere. Joe, the other thing I've seen as well, John, I've seen people take that bsout.co.uk and have created like their own artwork, and they've been posting it on Twitter. They've been doing it that way.
Well, I mean, you know how crap I am with social media. Even I managed to copy the link and paste it onto my Twitter platform. So if I can fucking do it, anyone can.
Fucking brilliant.
He must have had a fucking long pen.
What's that? Signed today from Vietnam. Well, I'll tell you what, we've got a welcome, because the signatures on the petition are not the only things that are going up. Welcome to all the new subscribers, mate. We've had 350 new subscribers in 24 hours.
349 women, though, obviously.
Yeah, all women in 24 hours, which is massive. So welcome everyone. That's really good as well. You know, we're fast approaching 17,000 now. So the 20,000 one, we will do when we get to 20,000 eventually. We will do something special. We get John to take his top off. That's what we do.
Moves. Remember we got called Claret and Moves.
Claret and Moves. I'll do it and all. Yeah. So we've got Michael there. Little super chat. Signed a long time ago. Cornish Hammer meltdown over the owners. Yeah. Look, mate. I think this is good. Look, do you know what? It is good. I'm starting to come down a little bit now. I've got to wake up. But like I said, all day long, our WhatsApp chat and everything's been going mental. We've been excited. It really does genuinely. It feels like there's a fight back starting. And we never said, as we've said so many times, well done, mate. Cheers. We've never said that the petition alone will get Sullivan and Brady to leave. Of course it won't. But it's a statement. And, you know, it's to get it out there, a show of unity. And there is a stage 2 thing, which we was always hoping was going to happen. And, John, that's already in the pipeline. So more news on that will be coming. That isn't being driven by us. We will support it. 100%. So that is going to be because there's people who know how to organise these things far better than what we do. So yeah, there will be protests as well. That's coming. We're going to hit them from all fucking angles. Momentum, people. That's what counts at the moment.
Yeah, no, it's interesting how the domino effect is taken force over the last few days. I mean,
yeah,
the thing is, like, we can say we're divided and all that, but I truly believe more of the fan base are against the ownership than
100%.
Right? So
100%.
there's numbers there. There's, you know, as I said before, I've never met anyone that likes the board. So, you know, surely that's the thing that actually will bring us together, not divide.
It could. Like the ironic thing is, the thing that's torn us apart could ultimately bring us back together again when we need it to. And you know, getting all corny, the old East End spirit. We're used to tough times. We are, but we are rock bottom at the minute. Let's face it, we're rock bottom.
We are rock bottom.
Yeah, we're rock bottom. We need to come together. We've got to take this fucking club back, and these people they're not gonna change it. The news has broken today. I say it's news. It's just more bollocks, but. Yeah, they've pumped it out in the media. I don't know who via. I mean, it's been released by several different people. That Potter's got 2 games left, John.
Oh, that doesn't sound familiar at all, does it? Actually, usually it's 3, isn't it?
2. He's got 2 games left. He's got until the international break. Basically,
does that include the cup game or just the league?
I don't know. Well, they didn't clarify. I don't know. But to me, I think it's up until the international break, and then if he hasn't either drawn or got a win, which based on what we're seeing, fuck me, eight goals in 2 games, and poor Hermansen, who's in goal, he's only had 11 shots at goal, and eight of them have gone in. 8 of them have gone in, so it's not great for him.
Spaghetti hands. Someone called him spaghetti hands the other day.
I know. I feel sorry for him.
I feel sorry for him though. I do feel sorry for him. I've got to be honest.
I didn't want him, but I feel sorry for him. No. Now he's here. He's our player, isn't he? Yeah.
Ultimately, he's wearing your shirt. Our shirt. I mean, it's I do feel sorry for him, but to me, it's just rinse and repeat. In it, it's Sullivan. I think Sullivan is throwing Potter under the bus to some extent, a little bit as well. I think Potter looks a little lost on the sidelines. I think Potter's probably looking around, going, "Fuck me, where's the reinforcements?" You know, has he been supported? Has he not? I don't really think he has been supported in the system that he wants to play. But then ultimately, he's got to adapt the system to suit what he's got available. So it's, you know what I mean? It's
this is all shit. Quite clearly, what's been proven. Now, don't get me wrong. Do I blame him for not backing Potter? No, not really. Do I? Because I've never had faith in this system. I never thought it was going to work. I never really rated him as a manager. I think he should have been gone in the summer. But a club that are ambitious do stuff like that. You know, they do stuff like what Tottenham did in the summer. It weren't working last year. So if you want to push on, you have a clean slate, you go again. And what they've done is they've pushed on with this guy clearly when they haven't backed him, John. They don't back him. You know, they've kept him here to get the summer transfer window out the way, haven't they? It feels like that's what they've done.
Well, the later he leaves it, the less he's going to spend. So if he waits till the fucking 1st of September or sometime in September, then he ain't going to spend any money. Don't have to spend any money. I think he's a dead man walking, mate. And the thing is, let's be honest, right? How many managers are going to come in and be any different to the managers we've got now? No manager of any personality will take that job, with all due respect. They're all going to be a little bit you can call them weak, whatever you want to call them, but we're never going to get the big names that we want because he's at the helm. Obviously, you know, like we were saying on Friday's show with Sports X, you know, some of the names he mentioned, I laughed, not at him or the fact that I thought they wouldn't come. It was the fact that I know once they meet Sullivan, I'm fucking shocked if they'd come. That was me. That wasn't me laughing at the suggestions or the links. No. That's my mindset. You know, as soon as you meet him, you're like, fuck off.
I know, and the thing is, it don't matter how good a salesman somebody like SportsX is to a player to actually get them over to London, like you just said there. Once the crunch meeting with the chairman, that can hardly ever go well. Do you know what I mean? You know,
got a few dildos you can have.
Yeah. Right. Zinksy said, "Have you seen the Met Police have granted permission for a protest to go ahead for the Palace game?" That's fantastic news.
I haven't seen that.
That's all being sorted by Hammers United. So they're doing.
No, I didn't know they had police permission.
Well, I knew they was reaching out to them because, like I said, they know so they know what they're doing. And the thing is, people, if we are going to do this, I know we're angry. I know we are, but I chatted with Paul earlier on, and they'll come out and I've offered them the platform, so they can come in here and they can use it either with me or without me. They can do what they want, and that they can. You know, but it will need to be a calm, no trouble, because what you got to understand is with anything like that,
what they want.
You're playing into his hands. In you are. So just the fact that we're getting all together, hopefully get some media coverage, especially for televised games and stuff like that. And I think it's going to get a fucking brilliant response. I mean, look, I'm not going to go into that game into that stadium again this season, but I will go to every protest. I'll be there. I'll be there. So yeah. That's good. It's what I mean.
You have to get yourself an helmet.
Well,
that's one big fucking helmet.
I will. Yeah, no. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. But yeah, with Potter, like, I'm bored of this situation now. I haven't even been checking for transfer links. I know we're linked with. I don't care. I don't. I've seen news today that Tottenham are ready in a bid of 60 million for Paqueta. Yeah. I think Sullivan would accept that, but I think more of Paqueta. I don't think that he would do that to us.
It'd be interesting, wouldn't it?
That'd be very.
I wouldn't like to think he would. I really wouldn't. No. I genuinely don't think he will.
No, but I mean that will be fucking heartbreaking, and that surely, if Sullivan was to take that route, because you take Paqueta out of this team now.
Imagine if he did, and then on the 13th of September at the bowl, you got Kudus and Paqueta wearing Spurs shirts.
I'd be second him, wouldn't it? It would be.
There'd be riots.
We've had this conversation before, yeah?
Yeah, go on.
Now, he's going to go. Potter's going to go. He knows he's going. He knows it now. He must do. He looks so defeated, right? Is it... Why would you not walk away? Yeah, because he's got a lot of money, John. He's like I just said, he's got a lot of money, right? He ain't like he's hard up. I mean, if he was hard up, I could understand it, but he ain't going to be. It's not about money, then, is it? Up. So why stay here and allow these people to do this? I don't get it.
Yeah, I know, but we've had this discussion before, mate. He knows his name's been tarnished somewhat already with what happened at Chelsea, right? And, you know, put on self-imposed gardening leave, so he made sure he got all the money, which, let's be honest, me or you would both do that, don't lie, right? So he did nothing wrong. He did nothing wrong, but he gets a bit of stick for it,
especially from Chelsea. I'll take every fucking penny I would.
Yeah, but if he walked out on this job, I think if he walked out now, so early in the season of his own accord, I just think he thinks it'll be more damage for him. Self-imposed professional damage. I don't know, mate. I don't know. I hear what you're saying. I do think they're throwing him under the bus again, like they've done in the past. I think the timing is all. What's that?
Have you seen the tweet?
From who?
From Sean Whetstone. This came out today.
Go on, read it. I can't remember. I've read so many fucking tweets.
Sean, hang on. What is it? West Ham football, isn't
it? Wet Wipe Central? No, Wet Wipe.
West Ham football, I think. Oh, fuck.
He ain't asking us which three midfielders do we want.
No, he ain't. It's worse, mate. It's worse. I've done a post about it earlier on. I'm just trying to find it. Hang on, I'm tired. Right, 1 minute. So
yeah, go on.
Right, so here we go. West Ham's board are frustrated with the lack of progress in the transfer window and will now personally get stuck in to ensure signings get over the line in the remaining days. That's the tweet from Sean. So what do you reckon about that? So Sullivan ain't been involved up to this point. Callum Wilson was nothing to do with him. Neither was Cole Walker-Peters. Didn't he come out before the window? Wasn't he our director of football? Wasn't that announced anyway that he was going to be our director of football?
There's no secret there, you know.
Yeah,
and obviously, last Monday when Brady was on TalkSport, we've offered Potter and McCauley loads of play. What do you mean you've offered them? What do you mean? If you're not involved, why are you offering? Like, I don't understand. What I mean by that is, if they're frustrated, in any interview they've done last week, and they should say, "We're waiting. We're not involved. We don't know what Potter and McCauley are doing. We're not involved at all. We obviously fucking are, because you're contradicting yourself in every opportunity."
I just don't. How can we be in a situation where we're 2 games into a season? We've got a manager who's been given his last 2 games. We've got 8 days left of a transfer window, and now look, and I'll tell you what. Before we take the calls, we'll go on and we'll talk about the squad that we've got, because at the moment with Potter, I'm telling you, we kept Potter for this season, we'd be relegated by Christmas with the way that he's trying to play, especially because he clearly ain't going to change. He's not, and he
needs to change though.
Yeah, but he ain't going to. He ain't going to. I think we'll be relegated by Christmas. However, I do think that if we were to move, I think it's annoying because there's still 8 days left. You know, there was 10 days left after that game. If they'd have sacked him straight away, they could have got another manager in, and we'd have had a period of time to have gone and got some reinforcements in that a new manager had wanted. I know it's a rush, but it gives you something.
Yeah, but they don't want to get reinforcements in, so they'll wait until that window's closed.
This is why they're doing it. So it's frustrating. But when I look at the squad that we've got now, if we make no more sales, we've got Somerville and we've got Guilherme to come back. Look, I know Wilson's Wilson. He ain't great. I thought he looked all right in the second half the other day. He didn't look terrible. He looks all right. You've got. I'd rather have Wilson up there than Bowen. Put it that way, because I want Bowen back out on the right. And we've got Fulkrug as well. We've got. We've seen a little glimpse in pre-season of a midfield Callum Marshall, but we've got a little glimpse in pre-season against Man United and late in that game where we saw that combo of Potts, Fearon, and Paqueta. So there's players that we can bring in to give us more. The only thing that I think we're really going to struggle with, I mean, the goalkeeper's got to come out now for his own good, because his confidence is gone. So he needs to be he needs mentally repairing again. Bring Areola back in. What 2 centre backs? Because we've got to go back to a 4. What 2 centre backs would be good that we've got? I'd play Mavropanos all day long.
I think I was a big fan of Kilman. You know I was.
Yeah.
He's gone quickly downhill. So for me, the 2 centre backs would have to be Aguirre and Mavropanos.
Tadibo out, because he ain't been great, has he? Bless him.
Yeah, Tadibo. Actually, I'm going to say, I'll stick with them 2 of the 4, if I'm honest. On current form, I mean, I know Aguirre ain't been brilliant, but Kilman's been on a steady decline for a while, the back end of last season, if not longer, and now. So I'd go with Mavropanos and Aguirre. Yeah, it's like Iron Disciple agrees with me. I think because you need, I know very much so these days, the modern day centre backs and all that, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
And Mavropanos isn't.
He's just a robust centre back.
He's not a modern day centre back.
No,
he will make mistakes, as they all will. But but I think he's old fashioned in many ways. He can head the ball. He's a bit of a clumsy twat at times.
Yeah.
But he's old fashioned. I think sometimes you need a complementary pairing.
Well, that's what I think you've got there. I think with Mavro, like you said there, you've got aerial dominance, which he's definitely fucking got. And then with Aguirre, you got pace and recovery and stuff. You know? So I think that's a good combination. I think Wan-Bissaka's proven you just can't confuse him, right? He ain't a wing back. So he was good bombing up the wing from a fullback position last year, but he ain't a fucking wing back. He ain't really any good in an attacking sense. Not good enough to be a wing back anyway. And it fucks him up defensively. He just completely gets discombobulated. He don't know he don't know where he's supposed to be. I mean, so if you make him a right back.
Sorry to interrupt you. If you look at Kevin's comment there, I mean, Emerson.
I
genuinely don't think we can afford to let him go. Why would you want to get rid of a man who's 30? Is he 31? Yeah. He's won every trophy in Europe possible. He's an international. He ain't done nothing wrong. as far as I'm aware.
And he's a big game player. He was the man of the match in our biggest game in our lifetime. He was the best player in that final. You know, yeah, absolutely, you got to keep him in. And if you're going, do you know what? If you're going to play wing back, he's our best fucking wing back as well on that side. In my opinion, he's the best wing back.
Yeah, and then Kevin says, then you could move Juff to left wing.
You can move him to left wing, and then when Jimmy and Guillaume comes back, you've got the option of him. Now the other thing with Guillaume, right? I'll keep on going back to a show that I watched when we first signed Guillaume. Tim Vickery was on with Russ on the West Ham network, and he was talking about this player, and he said he is 100%. This player is going to be a central midfielder. He said he's got it written all over him. He said they all start out on the wing. Guillaume. He said Guillaume is going to be a central midfielder. He's brilliant in tight spaces. He can carry the ball really well. He's got great technique. He said he will be. So you've got him. So then you've got your pacing central midfield. We've got Fearon. We've got Alford. We've got Earthy. We've got Potts. We get down on this team. I do particularly. I don't want to talk for everyone. I get down on this team because we keep seeing the same fucking faces in the middle of that park.
Yeah, well, I mean, you said earlier in the WhatsApp group, you don't think anyone can save this squad. It ain't Premier League standard, and I disagreed. I just think
I did disagree with myself afterwards because then I thought about it.
No, I know, but initially, you was a bit like fucking hating on the squad, but I think realistically, all right, it ain't the best squad in the world, but it's far better than we're seeing at the moment. And if it's used in the right manner, I mean, you know, Wan-Bissaka, he was renowned for winning 95% of his one-on-one duels when defending.
A great right back.
No one was getting past him. He had that fucking statistic that was ridiculous. And yet now we're persisting with playing him further up the pitch.
Changing him. Yeah.
Well, so you're losing it. You're not only are you asking him to do something he can't do, you're also losing his defensive abilities in a fucking already weak defence.
I'll tell you, there is something I've got to ask you. Right, this for me is gives you a defining verdict on Potter as a manager and his success at West Ham. How many players can you name that have improved under him?
Andy Irving. I didn't know Andy Irving. I didn't even know we bought Andy Irving.
But this is the thing. This is the thing. Good managers, they get the best out of their players, don't they? And he really hasn't, mate. He really ain't.
No.
That's the fact of the matter.
No, there's no getting away from that. I don't disagree. When the team's underperforming, then I mean, you know, you could argue that some of their better players have actually gone backwards.
They have. Absolutely. You know, he almost continued that. I mean, when you look back, there probably is an argument now with Lopetegui. There probably is an argument that maybe we should have stuck with Lopetegui because. Oh,
come on, you can't just say that.
No. Do you think it would have been
in hindsight?
No. What I'm saying is in hindsight. Yeah, look, I was calling for Lopetegui to go as well. But what I'm saying is, do you think now in hindsight, maybe when you consider he was going through what he was going through, dealing with that shit with starting, he lost his dad as well, right in the middle of that 6-month period. His dad died. I don't know, maybe because I've heard people make some really good points as well, and not so much of Potter. I didn't rate Potter, but Lopetegui weren't a shit manager before he came to West Ham. He weren't shit. He weren't that shit.
No, he said he had a dodgy couple of years at Wolves and whatnot, but his trophy cabinet, you know, says a lot, doesn't it? He's won a lot.
Yeah.
You know? So you can't say he's a shit manager.
I
think we're just becoming a little bit like Everton. I mean, you got to remember, like Everton, they had one of the best ever managers. They had Carlo Ancelotti, and he couldn't get a tune out of them. I think we're a little bit just in. I don't know if anyone could take us up the league because I think whoever you get, well, they can change the formation, they make players better, etc., etc. But ultimately, we'll always go back to it. They're always going to be hamstrung by the ownership, and that's the problem we've got. I think a little bit.
I'll tell you what I do want now as well, especially after this summer of bollocks that we've had from the West Ham media team with all of our players cuddling and kissing each other all fucking summer long and dancing and doing samba fucking dances and that. Good. I don't want to see this shit anymore. I really don't. I just want to see West Ham players work. I want to see them angry. I want to see West Ham players working hard. It should be a competitive environment, John, shouldn't it? I mean, you see it. You know yourself, your boy playing for Leyton Orient. I've seen it with them kids in those academy things. They're quite serious. So going into a professional fucking setting, It should be even more serious.
Yeah, but you're not. Yeah, but you got to remember the world we live in. We live in a TikTok, dancey, Instagrammy world, and it's all about moves and dances and tweets and fucking, you know,
they've got to pack all that shit in,
hashtags and all that. And unfortunately, but you know, what you got to remember is just because they're working in the West Ham media department, don't mean they know fuck all about football.
No, I know.
You not even like football. You don't know that, but I mean, that's all for the kids. That's for the worldwide. People like me and you know, sort of tubby middle-aged men. What
are they fucking dancing for?
I don't mind it when they score a goal. Like, no,
I know.
When Fulkrug thought he scored the other day, and you know, I was cheering on the goal. I thought the dance move was brilliant. You know, it's funny. You don't mind it then, but
I think it's almost unprofessional. In my opinion, look, in that sort of environment where you've got a load of blokes that are together doing what they love, of course they're going to have fun. At times they're going to have fun. But for me, that stuff shouldn't be fucking caught on camera. It shouldn't. They should be putting out how fucking well we're training and how hard they're working and stuff like that.
I think now because we're rock bottom and we're on the floor as a fan base.
That's probably what they'll do.
Should be showing them fucking working their socks off in training. Don't want to see no dancing. Definitely don't want to see no. I don't know if Mrs. Katrina Chambers is a teacher, but she's given her full name. But she says, I disagree, Nick. I think when you're working hard all day, don't mean you can't dance for 5 minutes.
Yeah, look, it don't mean you can't dance for 5 minutes. I agree, but it don't mean that. I think what John's saying is right. They're pandering to an audience that want to see that. I don't want to see it. I think it's unprofessional. I do, and also all of the other ladies in our group as well. It's three. Amanda, Kerry, and Claire. They love all that as well. They do. You know, I want to see the boys getting on. I don't. I want to see them kicking each other up in the fucking air. That's what I want.
Yeah, don't you remember John Hartford? Don't you remember? Yeah. Don't you remember Hartford on Berkovich? That's what we want to see. Kicked in the faces.
I know.
That's the sort of media department we want. Fucking old school.
I know. But
this is. I just want to talk about this one. Fulkrug's the only one who showed leadership, but he can't win. I don't know what aerial duels he didn't win because we didn't against Sunderland. He got battered against Ballard. Yeah, okay, maybe he did, but honestly, like when Wilson came on and played the second half, I've seen people on social media say Wilson had a good game, and I'm like, he did no more or less than Fulkrug did. He didn't. But what I'll tell you, what you did see from Wilson is you did see that there is still a player there. But again, I think you'd have to play and support him. He ain't the same player that he was. I don't think you could get him to play it. Well, he ain't no Antonio. He's not used to feeding on scraps either. Oh, mate, do you know what? And I don't want to talk about this because Gary's going to phone in a minute. But Ben and Lee were sat there last night and we was going through all the old games from lockdown and stuff like that. Some of the highlights and under who? It was under Moyes. It was under Moyes. It was only the recent ones. Yeah. But do you know what? What you noticed in that game, and the geezer got no thanks. Whenever there was a good move or something that good happened in our team, do you know who was in the middle of it all? Go on. Antonio. Oh, yeah, mate. Yeah. Antonio, but winning the ball, linking play, battering defenders all over the place, creating fucking chaos. When that bloke played well, West Ham played well. You don't know what you got till it's gone, mate. No, he's on. Don't get me wrong. It was time to go. We never dug him out. Anyway, we never did. We was always some of the names he was called over the years. Oh, fucking hell! Disgusting. But we've always been Antonio supporters. Yeah, what? I know. Mate, we've always been. Some of the things people used to call him, fucking hell. But anyway, no, I agree. He was. But you watch it. I mean, I know he weren't pretty, but fuck me, was he just effective? Just worked. I think Kerry thinks Antonio was pretty. Did you? Yeah. But I'll tell you what, should we go into the have you got anything you want to touch on before we go into the calls? Anything I want to touch? Big thing. Yeah. I just want to say thank you to 2 channels, Dad's Our Job TV. If you haven't already subscribed or watched it, go over and have a look. Nice geezer, Sports West Ham. But thanks for helping out with the petition. And also Luke at West Ham World YouTube channel. Yep. Also in regards to the petition. So, and amongst others, I know other channels, bigger channels, with all due respect to you two, bigger channels have also supported the petition. So I think it's great, and I think everyone's doing their bit slowly but surely. So they're getting there. And like I said, I think we're at the stage now where, we try to involve everyone. We've done that 24-hour show. We tried to get everyone in. I'm past the point of giving a fuck who really at this point now.
because it's picking up momentum now. This is what we wanted. It's fine. It's done. It's out there now. People are pushing it themselves, and that's what it was always supposed to be. So
galvanising the troops.
Exactly. That's what it's all about.
Galvanising the troops, because we're always listen. Don't matter what side of the fence you sit on in terms of the manager in, the manager out, Moyes this, Moyes that, blah blah blah. Surely we all agree on one thing: the disease. Well, the disease at the club, right?
Yeah,
all
of
us.
Of course.
You might look like Nick, you might look like me, Mickey, and other channels might look like each other, whatever. But ultimately, we can all fucking agree that the problem at the club still remains at the club. And, you know, I'm thinking we're going to be like Dad's Army over there. We'd have to get some young people, don't we?
I think so. We've got a couple. We've got a couple of young people to follow us.
Yeah, me. But I need some help. Not all you grey-haired fuckers turning up.
Right, so I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll take my phone off of. Let's just make sure it still works, because sometimes it drops off when I leave it for a little while. 1 minute. Just going to phone you again, John. Yeah, it's still working. Right, so if anyone does want to phone in, please do. And like I said, today has been a really, really fucking good day. It has been. For our depression it's been. This feels like West Ham are coming back to life again.
You might get some new people.
No, we will do.
Put the number up on the screen for new people, mate.
All right, okay. Right, 1 minute.
Because sometimes when the
hang on, John's frozen. Either he's frozen or I've frozen. I can't tell. I can never tell. John, can you hear me again? John, can you hear me? You can't, can you? Yeah, you can, you dick. Right. There you go. Right, that's my number. So if you want to phone in, have your say on what is turning into quite look, like I said, what's been a really miserable weekend. Yeah, it's been good. It's West Ham are coming together again. But please, by all means, come on, have your say about the fucking board. Have your say about the
or anything.
Anything you want, you know, whether it's players that you want to come in, whatever you want to talk about, come on, give us a call and we'll have a chat.
I'll tell you what has been nice though, because West Ham played on the Friday. The rest of the weekend, I've enjoyed watching football.
Oh, have you?
Yeah, I've watched. Yeah. I watched the Man United Fulham game today. It was a fairly decent game.
I'll watch that as well.
Decent game, I thought. Who was it yesterday? Arsenal, fuckers. I didn't watch that. They won
5-0, didn't they?
Yeah, they ran riot against. Did you see the kid they brought on? Max Dowman, 15.
15-year-old kid. That's just a piss take, isn't it?
He's going into year 11 this September. So my boy's going into my boys played against him and he was mustered then. That was about 2 years ago.
Oh, really?
But they reckon he's like the next best thing, and he's got
what position does he play?
He's left-footed. He plays on the right. He sort of cuts in on his left, but he's just got no fear. He looks like a little boy still. He's got braces on and everything. He's got that new fucking llama haircut they've all got. You know, when they've got that tough hair.
Like Mickey. They've got that sort of Mickey haircut.
Mickey, yeah, they're all doing the Mickey. Yeah. But he won a penalty as well yesterday.
Oh, did he?
He was playing against Leeds' left back was a Swedish fella, I think, or Icelandic, called Gudmundsson. He ran him ragged.
Yeah.
How'd you call in? You phone the number, Mason. Phone the number on the screen.
The number. Right, we're up. Not now though. Wait until.
All right, ring back. Yeah.
Yeah. No, not you. No. We're talking to someone else who's saying, "How'd you phone in? How you doing, Kat?"
Who was that?
This is Kat. She's phoned in to talk to you.
Wow, yeah, because he called me Mrs. He called me a teacher. Mrs. Katrina Chambers is a teacher.
Well, it was very formal.
That's why I'm ringing.
It was very formal, Mrs. Katrina Chambers.
It's my email. It's my email address. That's why it's that.
Well, you can call me Mr. John Robert Osborne.
Fine. I went to university. That's why I used my full name. Whatever.
So, Kat, how are you? How are you feeling after the start of the season?
Jesus Christ. I went up to Sunderland.
You weren't expecting this, was you?
No. I went up to Sunderland. I went to the Chelsea game. Oh, what can you even say? It's painful. The only good thing about Chelsea was the 1 hour before the match when everyone got together and sang all the chants and everything.
Oh, was that the Ironworks Alliance lot?
Yeah, that was fantastic. Love that. And the first two goals, although one of them obviously didn't go in.
No.
Yeah, it's hard. It's really hard.
That made it
Don't know what
worse.
to say.
Do you think it made it worse? I know it was a wonderful moment, but for me, I think it did. I think going 1-0 up and then them just basically just steamrolling us. I think it almost made it worse. It was more so.
Yeah,
I'd rather it just been 5-0. You know?
Yeah, it's false hope, isn't it? Because you celebrate and you get excited and you think you're going to win, and then bam.
Yeah. But at least
how did we leak so many goals?
At least we had a lovely moment, though. We had a lovely moment in the game, but it was
and me and my son hugged and we were happy, and that's the joy, isn't it? When you just, when you're there with your family and someone scores, and that's everything. But oh, geez, I don't know what to say.
Mrs. Chambers, deputy head, he's got you down as on the screen.
I can't see any of the comments as usual, except later I read them and they make me laugh every time.
So where do we go from here, Kat? Do you still back Potter, or do you feel like he's done? And I think is it time for him to go, save himself, go to Barbados for a few months and recover?
Yeah, you remember our first chat, right? I was trying to stand up for Potter, but I always have hope with West Ham. I feel like hope is what gets us through it. Like, that's the crux of being a West Ham fan, is hope. We always have hope, right? So, and I just, as I said to you way back then, I just don't like to write off a manager straight away.
No.
I feel like they need time. And that's what I said. He needs time. And he's had that time. It's still very early in the season, and I'm one of those stupid people who uses ChatGPT and says, oh, have we ever had so few points and not got relegated, kind of thing. And then I'm looking at that and trying to work out, okay, it's happened before, we're going to be fine. Because I have such hope and I need to cling on to that.
Yeah.
But Potter's football, my God. And JWP, I just don't understand it.
No. There's a no caller ID phoning in. We don't pick them up, just so you know.
Yeah, no call. You've got to show your number when you phone.
Got to show your number. We don't pick them up.
Sorry, Kat.
It's all right. No worries. Yeah, I was just saying about JWP. I just don't understand it. You must know where the bodies are buried. I don't get why Potter loves him so much.
Look, unfortunately, I think with all managers, they're all gonna. Well, I say all. It shouldn't be. He's clearly another one that's got his favourites. He's got a couple of people that he trusts and that he obviously gets on with. I'm assuming that Jordan,
piss off.
Call back in a minute.
He's bored of me.
Someone's on a call. Why do they call when someone's on a call?
Because he's kicking me off.
No, don't listen. Right. Just give him detention if they fuck about.
Yeah. But yeah. What I was trying to say was, I just think he's just got his favourites, and he's going to carry on playing him. It's quite clear. He's made him vice captain.
But doesn't he want to win? Surely he wants to win. He may never get a job again.
Yeah, but I just think he's a bit shit, Kat. I do.
How can he be that crap? Can he really be that crap?
Zanussi saying, "Stop talking, Nick."
Kat. Put your hand up if you want to speak.
Sorry, I will do. Sorry.
Kat, who would you like to see in the middle, centre midfield, or would you like a complete formation change, 4-4-2?
Oh, definitely a formation change for sure, like 4-3-3 or something.
Yeah.
I want attack. Attacking football is exciting. But we all want exciting football, obviously. And the thing is, I would be okay with the 5 at the back or 8 at the back, however many he has at the back, if it bloody worked. But we're leaking goals. How can we let in so many goals when we are a defensive team? It makes no sense.
Yeah.
Well,
they're all coming from the wide. They're all coming from the wide areas, isn't they?
It don't make any sense. It doesn't, but it never has done, really, has it? Not really.
No.
I think. I mean, whenever, because Moyes went to a 5 at the back sometimes. Yeah. Loppy done it. It's never worked.
I don't get it.
It's never worked. I think you've really got to have amazing personnel. You've got to have the perfect pieces for that to work. I mean, your wing backs have got to be amazing for a start, and our wing backs are not amazing.
And we need strong.
Our wing backs ain't wing backs. So it's not about being amazing. They're not wing backs. That's the problem.
Yeah.
You're exposing them. twice.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what do you think of the 2-game thing? Do you think it's nonsense? Do you think if clearly you're at the stage where you don't back him, if you just get rid of him so you can bring another manager in and make it's clearly what they're doing is they're allowing the window to close. They want the window to close before they replace him. That's what they're doing.
Because they don't want to spend any money.
No, they don't.
So if they got in another manager, they'd have to pay out all that money, and then they'd have to buy more people, more players. I mean, so I'm really worried. Even if we get the midfielders in that we need, and we could do with another centre back who is tall and can win aerial duels and all that, I'm still worried that we're going to get relegated. I genuinely am, and I haven't felt like this for a long time.
Yeah, no, I know. Well, look. I think it's quite obvious that we're going to get relegated unless something changes.
I think the interesting thing is that even before the season began, so many pundits were tipping us to go down, and those
more or less everyone, John. More or less everyone.
But those that wasn't tipping us to go down after Chelsea game, they are now tipping us to go down. I mean, Jamie Redknapp, love him or hate him, but he was almost. When I was watching the feedback after the game, talking to him about the game and that on Sky, he was like mesmerised at how bad we were. He was like in shock at some of the defending.
Are you not mesmerised by it?
Aren't we?
Well,
we're all mesmerised by it.
We're used to it.
Do you not think that game against Chelsea? Like, because I don't know why I watched it back. I watched it back. Yeah, I watched it back, and I do think
self-flagellation.
Yeah. I do think that's quite possibly the worst that we've played. It was that bad. It was that bad, and you can see something that I did I felt in the game. I'm sticking to it. Chelsea didn't get out of second gear. They didn't, mate. They didn't. Watch it, mate.
They did for that period when they went to 3-1 up. They did get out of second gear. But then when they're 3-1 up, 4-1 up, then they do take their foot off the pedal because they don't need to go out and break a leg and get injuries and kill themselves. So I get what you're saying. We did make it easy to some extent, but I think for that period where they scored 2 or 3 quick goals, I think they did personally. I think they just blew us out the water in quick time, and then they could see that the players were fucking crestfallen and didn't have a clue what was going on, looking around them in despair. And I think they just were able to take their foot off the pedal.
What makes it fucking bizarre for me is just that he's erratic as well. When things ain't working, you're fucked, aren't you? Because his changes are bizarre. The way he changes things up, and you can look to his bench and go, "Well, yeah, he subs." God. And against Sunderland. I mean, that third goal. By that point, it completely just torn the shape up, and everything was gone.
I think the biggest
make it worse.
The biggest disappointment of subs I had Friday is that he took Fulkrug off as if he was underperforming, but the geezer had nothing to work with.
Yeah.
Many times before, I think we've said that Antonio was seemingly the only striker we've ever had who could work literally off of fucking scraps. And I think, because Potter made Fulkrug part of the sort of inner circle of leaders, didn't he? It's like a leadership group at the club.
Yeah.
And Fulkrug was one of the names mentioned in that group. So to treat him like that, I felt it was a bit harsh. I've got to be honest with you. Unless he had a little niggle we don't know about.
I mean, the main issue that
it's good to see Potts though.
It is good to see Potts, but the main issue I think Potter's got is his issue with authority, and I think this is why he's always going to struggle at the top level. He's got authority, but the trouble is when you're playing in the Premier League, you're playing with big fucking characters, most of whom are earning more than you, and they probably won more than you, and you've got to be able to manage them. You've got to be able to deal with that, and they're going to question you when they don't agree with what you're doing. And he clearly can't cope with that. I mean, you've only got to watch him in press conferences. Now, anyone questions him, he's not. He's a
my God.
He doesn't like it. He don't like it.
Did you see the pre-match press conference on the Chelsea one? I could not believe it. I thought, what is wrong with you?
He's so bad.
He'd only lost one match at that point. I mean, fine, there were loads before that. Get in line, But start of the new season, he's already prickly. I thought, what? And I know people will go on and on and on about. Sorry, go on.
But that to me, I don't think he's a cunt. But I think that to me proves there's a lot going on he's disenchanted with everything going behind him, isn't he? What's going on with the ball? You know,
but you ain't got to be a narcissist to everyone in front of you, though.
No, but I think he's just on the defence. I think he's just livid. I think that tells. I think his mannerisms, not just after defeats, but you're right, before games even. I don't think he's as happy as he's not a happy bunny there. Take the defeats away.
No, because he votes for Sully.
Well, yeah, probably is that. Well, I think it definitely is that. I mean, like I always say, I will analyse and question and have a go at his tactics because he puts the 11 people on the pitch. He decides the formation and the starting lineups and all that. However, I probably think that he's looking at what's going on upstairs and just thinking this is a bit of a shit show, isn't it?
Yeah.
But we've said before, these managers, it's quite a.
He would have known about this, and also this is another reason why I've got no sympathy for him is because when he came in to replace Loppy, there is not a chance in hell he would have got that job. They would have paid Loppy off if when Potter came in, he said, "I can't do better than Loppy." He would have come in his interview and said, "I can get a better tune out of these players than your current manager." Off the back of that, they've sacked Loppy and paid him off, and they've got him in. Well, it's materialised that wasn't the fucking case. He couldn't get a better tune out of him. So
he stemmed the goals back then. So why are we letting in so many goals all of a sudden? I don't understand it.
He stemmed the goals back, but anyone can put 9 players behind the ball. It's not like tactical genius. I mean,
but somebody said it in the chat earlier. Do you remember that FA Cup tie on a Friday night, Villa away? Do you remember that?
Yes.
His first game.
Yeah.
I was away for the weekend at the centre parks. We played really well in that game.
John, it had the team for about half a day.
Yeah, I know, but what my point is, why has he looked at that, seen how well we've played, and seemingly changed it?
How we can attack. I mean, look, I suppose if it's true that there was, I don't know, there was a lot of problems with Loppy, even though a lot that's come out and been dismissed. I've heard since that players have come out and said that a few of them was upset when Loppy went. I don't know. You can't. I don't know what to believe.
Some players build relationships with managers. Some don't. That's normal.
Yeah. But you will also have that new manager thing where they're all going to try and play for him, and he wouldn't have had any time to get his tactics into that team. And that was a game where Scholes made his debut, and Scholes looked fucking brilliant as well. Scholes deteriorated. Like I was saying earlier on, what players can you think of, Kat, that have improved under Potter in 22 games? Which players?
What? Yeah, when you posed that, I first thought AWB, but I think he actually played well under J-Lo as well.
Did, yeah.
So so I couldn't actually think of anybody.
No, and that's the worry. And that's a worry, isn't it? It's more than a worry.
Yeah, because he's not a coach, is he? He's not coaching them.
Well, he is apparently he is a coach, and he isn't a manager.
He's more of a coach than a manager.
He's more of a coach. He's never been a manager before. He's never had to make a decision to go out and get players in.
I don't think he's been a coach because he's not coaching the team he has. Like you always say, he's trying to bend his own will, but you should just coach the players you have, and he can't seem to be able to do that.
Yeah, no, don't put that because I've got a couple to phone back, so I'll put the number up in a minute. But Kat, I'm going to let you go because that's I've given you 15 minutes, Kat. Okay. All right, and it's been lovely to talk to you.
Oh.
Kat.
Okay. Yeah.
Before you go, one question. I ain't done this for a while.
Who's your favourite?
Okay.
Who's your favourite on Claret and Booze?
Who's my favourite? What? Sorry.
Who's your favourite on Claret and Booze?
Oh, Nick, of course.
Oh, there you go. Thank you. Thank you very much, Kat.
Hang up the phone.
That's it. He needs a little dopamine hit. Can you say John? Say John's my favourite.
She's just one of them.
Oh, John. John, you're lovely. I'll never put you in detention.
Oh, no. Saying it like that would be good. Get off the screen, quick.
Right. Kat, lovely talking to you. Speak to you in a bit.
Okay. Take care. Bye. Thanks for having me. Bye.
Right. Don't phone in yet because I've got a few. I'm going to phone Avram back first, and then I've got someone's dad I've got to phone up.
Sorry?
Some bloke said, I need you to phone my dad and debate West Ham, so I'm going to. Right, let's...
dad? You don't know even know who someone is.
I do. I've got his number in here.
Who's dad?
He's got a Claret and Booze mug. It's got... All I've got, his name is J Claret and Booze with the mug. That's what I've got in my phone book. Hang on 1 minute.
You still got somebody in mugs to post out, ain't you?
Yeah. What's happened here? Why didn't that work?
Just get some new mugs with Golden Sullivan Brady at mugs.co.uk.
Yeah, well, do you know what? I've done that. I've not done that on purpose. And do you know why?
Why?
Because I don't want I don't want to profit from this. I don't want to monetize it.
You can give all the money to the Bobby Moore show.
Yeah. Yeah, but no. But I don't, this is nothing at all. I don't want. I mean, if other people do that, that's fine. But we're not monetizing this in any way. So I did think about that BS out mugs, but then I didn't for that reason.
Devil's Helper says Everton won today because they've got Super David Moyes. I just don't think you understand. Surreal Frame says, John, could we rent out your forehead? Fuck.
Hello, mate.
Hello, mate. How you doing?
Yeah, I'm all right. Actually, you know what? Today's been a good day.
Would you get into a fight?
No, not today. No. It's been a weird weekend actually. Obviously, you know about that.
I do.
Christ, yeah. But no, I mean, sorry. Going back to the last caller, I think I want to be put into detention as well.
Absolute fucking
yeah. I was a naughty boy for calling up earlier. I do apologise for that, but yeah. But no, I just listened to earlier and obviously talking to the group and that. I think you hit the nail on the head when you was talking about the culture at West Ham at the minute in the squads and how like it's just all a bit pink and fluffy. You know, it's all a bit.
Yes.
It's all a bit. Yeah. It's I want to see people like 2 foot. 2 foot in each other in training, and
Should we say the word?
Like,
should we say the word that winds everyone up? Is it too woke?
Yeah.
Is it too woke?
Yeah, that's like I look at we need like I mean like a Roy Keane or like you need. Well,
he'd be fucking brilliant. Could you imagine him? I'd love listening to Roy Keane. Oh, you big baby. How do you think would put it this way, right? Do you know when you've got 2 teams coming out before a game and their ex-teammates or their friends and they're cuddling? That ain't happening under fucking Roy Keane, is it, John?
Nah.
That ain't happening. It's sub them straight away.
Yeah, he wouldn't take no shit, that's for sure.
But go on anyway. Sorry, John.
It's right, mate. He slap off his own players. Like, like I think that's what you need, because especially like you've got a weak manager there as well. He's limp as anything. You've got a weak captain. I'm sorry, like I love Bowen and that. It's nothing against his.
No, I agree.
Nothing against him as a player whatsoever. And he'll always be a West Ham legend for the goal he scored in the final. But for me, he just ain't a captain. He ain't got it in him. He's sorry to interrupt you, Avram. You know what's interesting about the captain debate? I remember last year I was saying we need a captain with a bit of fight and a bit of aggression and all that. And people said, no, captains ain't about that anymore. But when you think of the other captains, like Bruno Fernandes, he's a fucker.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
James Tarkowski. I wouldn't want to get on the wrong end of him. I've seen him have should have had fucking murders. So I don't understand where this thing is of the captain's got to be different these days. I'm like, no, they fucking haven't. It's football.
Surely you want. I mean, like managing.
You want to be told.
Managing kids' football is quite easy. What you do is you just find the hardest, the most horrible kid, and you make him captain. Because they're the leaders. They're the ones that all the other boys follow. They're the protectors as well. If something goes off, they're straight in there. They're sort of protecting the other boys. They're naturally they're leaders. Do you know what I mean? And I just don't see that. And do you know something? Do you know I'm not James Ward-Prowse's biggest fan? I'm not.
Oh, hang on.
Right? No. This is why it's poor management, right? And this is why, because he shouldn't be in the team. And now they all see social media, right? And they'll listen to me mugging him off and this, that, the other. But then for a while, it felt like it was only us. But now it's everyone, right? Everyone's on James Ward-Prowse. And I will say, I saw his post-match press conference. My God, I felt sorry for him.
I didn't see it. What did he say?
No, he looked broken, mate. He looked drained. He looked fucked. And you're just like, they're doing it to these players. Do you remember when we said it before with players that shouldn't be in the team, but you keep playing them? You keep putting them in there. He looked fucking, mate, he looked like he'd had the life sucked out of him. He really did.
Yeah.
I
Well, I
felt
mean,
sorry for him.
that's what used to happen with Antonio when he was physically fucked. Well, he had no
Yeah.
choice. He was still thrown in,
Yeah.
and we used to say, you know, he'd have a shit game like 5 out of 10, but he was absolutely spent. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Absolutely. So yeah, I don't understand that. As a captain, you've got to know. As a manager, you've got to know when and when not to take people out the firing line. Do you know what I mean?
100%.
Yeah, just one on there, John. Like, do you think that positionally captains need to be in a certain area of that pitch, like
Middle.
centre half or right?
In the middle, Joe the Hammer, and we all know it. We all know it. This will go down as one of the most
100%.
pathetic decisions that this club has ever fucking made. Especially if our fortunes don't improve. If our fortunes don't improve and we stay down there and we continue with issues in the middle, to get rid of him was mental. I know, look, there's people out there that will say, oh, he's not perfect, he ain't the quickest, he's got a massive pair of Mexican bollocks. And he's a leader. He really is. Do you know what I mean? And you need people, you need characters like that. Noble weren't fucking fast, but he was a leader.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
No,
going forward then.
I think getting back to your point, Avram, for me, he's got to be centre back or CDM, centre midfield's got to be a captain generally. I mean, I don't think Harry Kane works as captain for England or Tottenham. I don't think that works, you know. But yeah, so I agree with him.
I'm sorry. Sorry, mate. Joe the Hammer, can we bring him back from loan under a new manager? I doubt it because they will have probably paid a fee for the loan.
You couldn't. Yeah, they would have paid a fee till the end of the season. There might be a clause in there. He can be called back in January. We don't know the clauses though, do we? They can sometimes be clauses like that.
They've got an option. They've got an option to buy for 22 million. We signed him for 35.
Yeah, but it's different. But that's easy. But then that would be easier for us to reclaim him back, call him back, wouldn't it? If there's no.
Yeah. So, well, no, I think the option is an option. If they trigger and they say, right, okay, 22 million, I think we've got to accept it. I think that's the way it works. Sorry, Avram, go on. I'll stop interrupting there, mate. Sorry.
Yeah, stop interrupting.
No, that's right. That's right. I was going to say, like, going forward, obviously, with what we just spoke about, positionally of a captain and like where that leader needs to be positioned on the pitch, so he could kind of have like eyes on all of his players. Who in the current squad would you change and put as captain then?
Mate, it's tough. It's tough. Honestly, it's tough, mate. I was thinking about this earlier. Actually, having this conversation with my boy earlier on the way to football. I don't know I don't know if there's a strong enough character there at the moment. And the strong characters that I would have maybe given it to are not in form or that have been left out totally out of the team. Maybe I don't know. I don't know who you'd give it to. You can't give it to Potts. You can't give it to Kilman. He's all over the place. You can't give it to Mavro because he's in and out of the team. I mean, Aguirre is Morocco international captain. You could give it to him, but I don't know. Maybe Aguirre just because he does it for his national team, doesn't he? Is that right? He does, doesn't he?
Do you know? I'd give it to at the moment. Bit of a curveball. I'd give it to Paqueta.
Yeah.
At the minute, I would. I'd give it to him because I think he's probably our best player, right? He's fiery. I think he would really take that responsibility on. I think he would. You know, I don't know who else. You know, you got to have a player that the other players give a fuck about. You know, if for instance James Ward-Prowse goes over to Paqueta and says something to him, Paqueta's going to look at him and say, "What are you fucking talking about?"
Who would you say? Who would you say, Avram?
Well, like, I mean, a bit of a curveball and all, but he ain't getting played at the minute, and his form's shit, and that's Souček, because obviously he's the Czech Republic captain. He's got that kind of he's got those leadership qualities, but that's a weak choice. Like that, it's either between him or Paqueta or
I think it depends on the next manager that comes in. If we get a manager that comes in and we're playing a more robust version of football again, then Souček will be part of it. Then you make him captain, probably. Yeah, I don't really want to be seeing that, but that's at the moment. I don't know where else you turn.
No, it's a tough one.
Yeah, and that's obviously it is a tough one, and obviously. I mentioned earlier, like, you know, the next manager who does come in, you know, because I anticipate it to happen. I mean, it can only get better. Like, it can't get worse, really, can it? Like, we're at that stage, like, we can't get any worse. Like, and that is he will have to deal with this kind of Frankenstein of a squad. You've got Moyes, Stuyden, Sullivan, Loppy, and Potter players. So he's going to have to deal with that on top of obviously of captaincy issues.
Do you know what? I keep on hearing this, right? I keep on hearing it, and it's almost. I know you're not using it in that respect, but people are as an excuse for why Potter's doing what he's doing, and it's a mishmash of other. They're not. It's not Lopetegui's, Moyes, and Potter's. But these are West Ham players. These are our players now. Now I know what you're saying. We haven't got one squad because we haven't had a manager here that's been here long enough. That's been able to buy every player. But ultimately, we've got a good squad. The squad that we've had, I'm not going to put it up. I said I was going to the whole way through the window as a point of reference, but I'm really not now because it'd be painful. But if you look at the players that have gone versus the ones that have come in, we had a good squad last year. There were gaps in it, but that we had so many options in that squad. It was really good. It was almost, and this is the other thing. If Potter struggled last year, he's fucked this year. Fucked. He's fucked.
I completely agree with you. But going on that, Nick, I know, I think where I was coming from was I wasn't having a go at Potter. I was having a go at the lack of director of football because we ain't got no director of football in. We've got a mishmash of players, so it's not. What I'm saying is, it ain't going to be easy to replace the manager and get a tune out of these players like that because of lack of director of football and obviously lack of footballing philosophy that normally brings. Obviously, that's down to the spunk goblin up at the top there.
It is difficult. I mean, Robin said here, he said, look, to be fair, we were always a stepping stone for Alvarez, same as Kudus. Both were likely sold a vision by Stuyton. Now, this is the thing, right? Now, they're only a stepping stone when that vision doesn't become a reality. Yes, of course, we're a gateway into the club. But John went into a little rant on the last show where he basically said, Stuyton's come in. Now, Stuyton weren't lying. He would have had a vision for West Ham. Yeah. He would. This is where we're going. Because he would have, even for a new manager that he would have been bringing in, of which Lopetegui wasn't him. He would have had a vision that he sold to him. Obviously, sold it very fucking well. Got the deals done. Got them over. And then, do you know what?
Yeah.
What happens, John?
I mean, imagine coming over in a private jet and you're coming from Ajax and teams like that, and you walk into the training ground full of porter cabins. I mean, straight away you're like, what the fuck is this?
Exactly.
Look, these players you bring these players over from these sort of clubs. They're used to a certain amount of quality, and let's be honest, we have a quality fan base. But other than that, we don't have much quality anywhere else. There's no class in what we've got, facilities wise, and all that. And the dream, as much as it was sold to them, it can disappear very quickly from what they see around them. That's what I think.
Yeah, it can, mate. Well, go on, Jordan.
I think you completely in terms of football structure, infrastructure, scats. I think the only thing that's held up since is the academy. But other than that, we are so behind the curve now as a club. So massively. We're light years behind. Your Bournemouths, your Brightons. We must be in terms of infrastructure, scouting ability. We must be middle. I'd say championship easy. in terms of standard of staff.
I reckon there's a lot of championship clubs with better facilities than us.
You live nearby there, didn't you? Have you been into the Spurs training ground?
Yes, but it's ridiculous.
Right.
No.
So the Spurs training ground, their academy play there from the age of under 8s, and this place is unbelievable. So from the age of 8, these Spurs players are playing in better facilities than our first team. And I'm not even joking. It's unbelievable.
It's so impressive over there. It really is
unbelievable. Like you say, Avram, we're light years away from some of these clubs. The infrastructure, everything. And
have you seen Bournemouth's new training facilities?
Yeah.
Well, they didn't have an academy until last year or two.
I know.
Well, a bit
ridiculous.
Yeah.
That's the thing. What
so shocking.
But what has this little fuck done? He's literally, this is we're coming into our 10th year in this stadium where he's had this massive cash cow. We've had like we said, he's had two £100 million injections, one from Captaincy, one from Rice, 3 years in Europe. We're in our 10th year in the Premier League. We've got probably the cheapest rent and running costs of any Premier League club. We've got the second highest attendance. What has he done with the money? What has he done? What has he given back? Absolutely fuck all.
Let's switch it. We said on the conversation with Kat, name a player that Potter's made better, right?
Yeah.
Let's name one thing that Sullivan's made better in the club.
He hasn't.
One thing that he's done good, well.
He hasn't. He's done nothing. He's done nothing well at all.
No,
nothing at all. I mean, I'll tell you what he's good at. Occasionally, is backing a manager in the interim. So, for instance, when Bilic came in, he backed him for a window and then fucked him in the next. When Pellegrini came in, he backed him in for one window, fucked him in the next. There's no sustenance, you know. He's got no. All he wants to do is just exist in the Premier League, nothing else. Because I think maybe if you're too ambitious and you do start wanting to challenge for sort of top four and top six, costs more. You need a lot more players, better players, or more money.
You have to deal with agents you may not know as well.
Exactly.
You may not be as friendly with.
Yeah. Salthouse hasn't got it.
You can't get brand envelopes back out of it.
No, that's it.
It.
I was listening to a Birmingham City fan actually, and he was talking about the Sullivan Brady era is club, and then all they said was what they ended up doing in the end was they kind of sat in purgatory. He would happily just sit there banking the interest of the loans that he actually which he gave to the club, similar to what he's done with us, and then he just ended up selling them off to some like Chinese company, like some fraudsters that are now in prison, like who ended up taking the club under.
Oh, mate, he's just dodgy as fuck. The geezer, he's dodgy as fuck. I mean, have you all seen Silkman? Did you all see the post that I put up earlier on? Because you know we've pulled we've pulled in the big guns, right? So this is.
Yeah, don't fuck about here, mate.
So for those of you who don't know who Silkman is, right?
He's a very, very famous football agent who only
he's a good singer as well. So that
go closer, go down a bit and closer. Yeah, there you go.
There he is.
Down. Yeah.
There he is. So that's our that's who we send to go and represent West Ham in deals. Yeah, Les from Benidorm. That's who we send. Right, Avram, I'm going to let you go, mate, because I've got another call. I've got a call back. Lovely talking to you, mate.
I won't ask who's your favourite.
Yeah, you too, mate.
Speak to you soon.
Cheers, mate. Cheers, John, mate. Talk.
See you later, mate.
Saturday, mate. Right, let's phone Jay with a mug's dad back. This chap's name is David.
David. Yeah, he did look like Barry Manilow, someone said.
Yeah.
Tom Jones, cross between Tom Jones and Barry.
Come on, David.
He's chickened out.
Well, he might not even know. It's his son that's just giving me his number.
Yeah, he might have gone to bed.
Yeah. Right. Okay. Right, Jay. Give me a text back if your dad wants a call, mate. And I'll give him a call back. Right. Let's have a look. We have got some other numbers that have called in. 1 minute. Let's phone the first one.
Yeah.
Here we go. These are two unknowns as well. I've not had these before.
Hello, mate.
Hello, mate. It's Nick from Claret and Booze. You're on with Nick and John. How you doing?
Oh, do you know what? This is the most inappropriate callback, right? I did a cycle event in America, and I bought a box of those Wanna gummies, and I had one about an hour ago, right?
I see you stoned.
I was really
Are you stoned?
Now, I am absolutely stoned. I'm as stoned as Trip Smith must be. They must be stoned if they're watching this happen. How much money? I know.
So
I know
is that because you're a bit saddle sore? Is your
Hang
arse
on,
really
hang on.
hurting? So
What's his
you've
name?
taken
What's his
you've had
name?
some gummies.
I don't suffer with that. I use the proper lubricant.
Oh fuck me. Different wrong show for that, mate. Wrong sort of show for that, mate.
No. It goes around the saddle area, no further than that. I mean, there's no funny business. It's riding a bicycle, isn't it?
Yeah.
But anyway,
all right, mate.
Listen,
well, before you start giggling like an imbecile, which is going to happen anytime soon, go on. What would you like to talk about? Go on.
Listen, I know everything's been doom and gloom, and I just wanted to tell you a story going back to 1981, going to Arsenal. I'm going to tell this little story and then I'm going to go. And if some of your listeners might have been there and they might have witnessed the whole thing, I don't know. But listen, I'll tell you the story anyway, right? So 3 of my mates, 4 went to Arsenal away, 1981. I just remember it was really freezing cold. It was sort of coming towards Christmas, I think, something like that. Anyway, so my mate was supposed to phone up someone that we all know. If I just do it was AES. And I said, well, what's going on Saturday then? And they said, well, I don't really know, And football culture had moved on. This casual thing had started, hadn't it? And the first time I'd witnessed it was at Arsenal. I'd never, you stalker hats. That's ridiculous. Anyway, we got to Ivory, and I said, what are we going to do? So we were just going to North Bank like we normally do, and just go at the back and then see what happens, Anyway, we're waiting at the gates, and it's all gone wrong, really badly wrong. I don't know if anybody remembers it. Anyway, we 30 blokes steamed into us. We got led. The police broke it up on horseback and took us round to the clock. We were walking around, and I got kicked in the ear by some fella in a lemon yellow Pringle.
Yeah.
And the top of the ear went blue, and I was moaning about me. And my mate said, shut up about your ear. But, when you get kicked in the lug hole.
You needed a gummy. That's what you needed. Go on.
Well, they weren't around then, were they?
Go on.
The wrong era. Anyway, so we went in there. I think we lost 1-0 or something. You'd have to check it. I can't remember. Anyway, so what we're going to do after? So we went to Punch and Judy in Covent Garden. So we went to Punch and Judy. I'm sure you've been there. It's upstairs, and we were in there. I'm knocking on a bit now, right? So I'm older than you two. Well, older than you two. Anyway, we were at the bar. Everything starts to wake a couple of hours later. Your ribs, back to your legs. You think, Jesus. Anyway, a load of blokes came in about the age kind of we are now.
Yeah.
And they come going in. Now, I don't know if they're Arsenal fans or West Ham fans. I don't know. And they came in with the old Plasto strut, and these blokes walked past. He said, oh, Jesus Christ, mate. He goes, you got a proper shellacking, didn't you? And I said, we did get a bit of an hiding, yeah. I said, thanks for bringing it all back. And he said, yeah, it's the funniest thing I've ever seen. He goes, it looks like you were being attacked by 30 golf caddies. Because they were wearing all this Pringle stuff, and they didn't look like golf caddies, or I sort of remember it out of a little bit of a haze. Oh, well, I wish I hadn't mentioned the story now. I thought it had got a bit of a laugh. Anyway, that was it.
Oh, that was it?
That was it. It was the casual thing. My mate thought it was hilarious. He said, golf caddies, because I...
Fuck me, I thought I can't better gummy.
You know what? This call should have happened an hour ago. And I've done the best with what I've got. I mean, what can I tell you?
You should throw some lube into that story to make it more entertaining. When the 30 blokes came steaming in, was there any lube involved?
I want to say something the other day. I was watching, and the guy phoned up and said, yeah, well, that Nick's hounded David Moyes out of West Ham.
Yes.
And I thought, yeah. And I tell you, if we ever meet up, and I'm sure we will one day, we'll buy you a pint for hounding him out.
Yes. Well, look, of course I didn't fucking... How much power do they think I've got? Because if I did have that much power, Sullivan wouldn't still fucking be here, would he? Do you know what I mean?
No. Well, I mean, look, he'd run his course. I know they did win, didn't they, Everton? I was hoping they'd kind of lose at their first game at the new stadium and all that.
You know what Spurs have done now, which is get rid of Postecoglou at the top, and have a manager ready to come in. They knew they had a plan in place. They didn't speak to Thomas Frank. You know, they've been speaking to Thomas Frank before the final, weren't they? Let's be honest. That's happened. We know football, tapping up happens, right?
It was all lined up.
Yeah. And the reason we couldn't get rid of Moyes is because fucking Sullivan's looking around thinking, I don't know what manager to get in. There's no planning.
He did have one lined up.
He
had one lined up and it was all done and dusted, and that was Marco Silva. And we know, we know that for a fact.
Whatever, but he might have lined up, but he fucks things up basically, doesn't he?
Yeah, because the story at the time was Marco Silva wasn't signing his Fulham deal because there was interest in Saudi.
Yeah, but we still had to buy him out the contract, wouldn't we?
Yeah, but it weren't as much as what it is now because there weren't as long to run on it. Then he signed a new contract, and now it's about 17 million.
No.
Not bad. But anyway, Larry, go on, mate.
Listen, I do remember I took my son to the Man United game when we Grant was a manager, and we done them. Do you remember it snowed?
Yeah.
And it should have been.
Yeah.
It was going to call it off. It was going to call it off.
Yeah.
And he was sort of 15, I think. They 14, 15. I remember that night. It was just brilliant. It was brilliant. I bumped into there's some Man United fans, actually from Manchester, which is like unheard of.
Didn't get beat up this time, though.
No. I mean, I've won more than I've lost. I mean,
yeah.
No, I've got a pack in years ago, but I used to box at A's, which is in West London. And I was so bad. I was the only fighter they ever had at Hayes. I used to have to worry about cuts on my knees.
I used to advertise on the bottom of your feet.
Yeah, all of that. Listen, you two kids stay out of trouble, especially the cab driver, because I know what they're like. They're volatile.
Mate, very good. Mate, it was a very good call, mate. Very good call.
Listen. Sometime towards Christmas, my son should be back he works in Manchester now. I'll try and arrange something, and I'll buy you a pint, and we'll have a meet up and all that. You know, it isn't just about football. I was going the other day, and last season it was miserable. I can't remember what game it was. It was horror show, and I bumped into George Paris, and it was so funny. What a nice bloke. Yeah, too nice. But he wasn't. It's funny. You get boxers in the ring. You know, I've met Mark Kaler a few times, and you know, so unassuming. But in the ring, it's different, isn't it? It's only funny how some people can turn it off. It's mad, isn't it?
Yeah.
They cross that white line, didn't they?
Because I said to him, he said, "What did you think of me as a player?" And I was trying to think. I said, "Neat, tidy, uncompromising." There you go.
Yeah.
Anyway, listen, it's been lovely to speak to you. Stay out of trouble. Have a good week. Try not to let it all drag you down. And I know it's difficult, and it is heartbreaking because it's a mirror image of the whole country in a sort of strange way. So,
Judge, it is in so many ways because do you know what? Especially with, and I think this is where people should really learn, like the West Ham fan base. If there's one thing, I'm not going to get into the politics of everything, but if you go back to but if you go back to the bollocks that we had with COVID and everything else, it's very clear that these cunts lie to us on a day-to-day fucking basis. And I think a lot of people in the normal world, in the normal world now, you don't listen to this stuff now because you think, you know, they're probably lying, they're talking bollocks. It's the same in football, especially in this club, especially in this fucking club. You know, it's all propaganda. I'm just cynical now. I'll drive around roundabouts twice now in case someone's following me.
Yeah, well, anyway, you drove Moisey out. There's a song there. I drove Dixie down. There must be a song. Someone could do something with it. Anyway, listen, it's been a pleasure. And I say, don't let it ruin the rest of your life because it is only game. But it is annoying. Our distraction for reality, apart from getting stunned.
But listen, there are some positives, mate, because, like I said, the petition's going up. It was one of the most upsetting things for me. Before I let you go, one of the most upsetting things for me was at West Ham. But it was at West Ham was dying because I look at West Ham as a fan base. West Ham is a fan base, and it was like West Ham have given up. Now, look, if you look inside the stadium at home, yeah, it has a little bit. But you know what? People are starting to take a little bit more interest now. People are. I was thinking, how have we not got them signatures on that petition? All of a sudden, they start flying up. All of a sudden, there's a fucking
domino effect.
There's a protest being planned. And you know something? If this fucking I genuinely think this time, it's going to be done properly, and we're going to fucking get these people out. I do.
Well, I hope you're right.
No, we're going to get them out, mate. We are. Don't fuck with West Ham fans.
I do wonder why we've got billionaires on our board who just sit there and watch this happen. It is. I mean, they got rich. I mean, have they reached the point where we think, well,
they're just they're just investors. That's all they are.
Yeah, I understand that, but you're still undermining their investment, aren't you? By blowing it. Yeah. I mean, surely, crikey. I mean, I don't know Tim Stein. I mean, I never met him, but you know, like you say, you get a director of football in, and then you get a manager in, it doesn't work. Then you get the director of football. Then you get a coach in who's never been a manager, and then you get a data analyst in to pick the. I mean, you know, I'm a bricklayer, and I can see this ain't working out.
No, that's it, mate. That's it. Right, Larry the Lube. It's been lovely talking to you, mate.
God bless you. See you later.
See you later on, mate.
He's off the phone. Cheers, mate. He's off the phone dominoes, isn't he? 100%.
Yeah, 100%. He's getting a takeaway of some description. Right, I'll tell you what I've got. I'm trying to work these out. Gio, as you know, just recently I helped him out. We gave him a shout out on the channel. I'll tell you what I'll probably do is I'll no, I can't really.
How's Gio doing? Is Gio doing all right?
Gio has sent me a gift.
Oh yeah.
And he's gone. I mean, the thing is, he said it's a little thank you to yourself and your subscribers. So I feel a little bit sort of selfish keeping them for myself. No, for their support. Oh. He sent me two armbands, two signed captains armbands. One is Julian Dix. Well, I don't know. That's 10. I can't work out which one's which. And one is Paolo Di Canio.
Well, 10 will be the Canio.
Is that Dix's one? Is that 10? Is that his?
Yeah,
Dix's
10.
One?
Di Canio, isn't it? Number 10. Di Canio wore number 10. So
the black is signed by Julian Dix. There you go. Yeah, so you're right. Yeah. Sorry,
you've got Paolo Di Canio behind you. You didn't even know what number he wore.
It ain't signed. Hang on. Right, that's that. But yeah, thank you very much, Gio. Thank you very much, mate.
I'm glad these English lessons are coming along well.
Right, we've got another call to call back as well. 1 minute. This one here, this bloke phoned twice. He's very impatient.
Is it Gary?
I don't know. Gary ain't phoned.
Oh,
he's itching to. Fucking Everton one.
You still ain't talking. Fuck it.
No, we're not talking. We made up.
Hello, fella.
Hello, mate. You all right? It's Nick from Claret and Booze. Who are we talking to?
My name's Mark.
Hello, Mark. How you doing, mate?
Not so good. What's happening down at West Ham?
What's happening? What, mate?
Down at West Ham.
Oh, mate. Well, you tell me. You tell me what's happening because I ain't got a fucking clue.
I'm not a massive fan of West Ham.
You're not a fan of West Ham?
I am a bit. They're a London club, aren't they? But
right.
I'm Arsenal.
So who are you?
I'm Arsenal.
Oh, you're Arsenal.
That's not. I don't mind if you it's cool.
No, it's fine. Go on then.
Go on, give us an outside perspective on West Ham. Then go on.
What, an honest one?
Yeah, go on.
Yeah, go on.
Right, but a little bit more than we're just shit. We know we're shit.
No, everyone knows that. Everyone knows that. You need to go back to basics. There's nothing there.
No.
In my eyes, like you got no the structure. I don't see where you're going forward. I don't see anything really.
No. There's not, mate.
If you know where I'm coming from, up front, midfield, defence.
Look. I know we've got a shit goalkeeper, we've got a shit defence, we've got a shit midfield, and we've got a shit forward line. We're fucked.
In my eyes, I look at the two games that I've seen.
Yeah.
The only hope that I think you've got is that Everton are fucking shit.
Yeah.
Leeds, I think, are shit. Wolves are shit.
Yeah.
That might be your only hope, but I don't know. You got the young lad down there, isn't you? What's his name? Why ain't he playing? Who's the youngster?
Potts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll tell you another good one. You should try and grab that Jesus off us.
Jesus. He's never fucking fit. We've got enough of them, mate. Thanks.
Yeah.
I know that. And what's your problem with Souček as well? You always rip into him.
Well, I reckon if you watched him week in, week out, you'd have the same problem, mate.
Well, you watches
the highlights.
Rice. You weren't interested in Soucek, was
you?
No, of course not. He is shit. But my mate's Tottenham, and I hate him with a passion. Yeah. But he said to me, like, when you actually watch him, he scored some fucking valuable goals for you.
He does score valuable goals. No, he does.
He does put in performances. But the problem is, I know where you're coming from. He's crap there. You got to, I don't. Like, as a West Ham fan, my boyfriend, I had Chelsea on every bet the other day. When fucking that Paqueta whacked in that goal, I was fucking.
You weren't happy.
I weren't happy. No.
How do you think you lot are going to do? Do you think you lot are going to win the league this year?
I don't know. I think we've got a good team.
Who vets the goals? Right, look, Mark, I'm going to let you go, mate, because you're losing the chat, mate. They're getting a bit feral in there.
Listen, we're going to win the league. We're going to win the league.
Right, okay.
Get off here. Get him out of here.
Yeah, go on. I'll speak to you later, mate. Go on. Bye.
Take care, lad.
Right, bye. All right. Number blocked. Number blocked. Never phoning in again.
Never had another team's fan phone.
That's a first. Yeah.
To be fair, he wasn't that patronising, was he? He
was fucking patronising. They're all patronising. He's all right.
He didn't tell us anything we didn't already know, though, did he?
I know.
What's going
come
on
and tell us how shit we are. Right, hang on.
1 sec. My battery's going to go. I forgot to put the thing in. Hang on.
Go on. I'm going to phone this one back anyway. Don't know who this is. This is an overseas number. Oh, I don't know. I don't even know what
you
fucking.
You won't be able to ring them. They got to ring you.
What, on WhatsApp? I should be able to, shouldn't I?
WhatsApp. Yeah, sorry.
Let's have a look. Let's try again. What the fuck is 407 as a country code?
Taiwan.
I mean, that might be. I mean, it says it's calling. No, that's not. Oh no, shit. All right, that's not working. And 1 minute. Oh no, he's phoning back. Here we go.
Hello.
Hello, mate. You all right?
Yeah, how we doing?
Not too bad. What country are you phoning from? 407.
I'm in Florida.
Very nice, mate. Very nice. What would you like to talk about this evening, mate?
We are shit.
We are. Are you on holiday in Florida?
Sullivan is leading. I live here.
You live here. You sound Australian. Are you an Australian living in Florida?
No, I've lived here since I was 7, but I was born in like Essex. So.
Oh right, okay. Because so you got a strange accent. You don't sound American.
I get different people saying about my accent, but let's talk about what's important.
Sorry, mate. Go on.
Potter needs to go.
Yeah.
You can't pick JWP and Guido in a midfield more than once and keep your job.
Oh yes, you fucking can. Because he's done it.
I know you can. Under Sullivan, you can.
Yeah.
But like how Potts hasn't gotten an opportunity to start the season, I don't know. He's looked so promising.
Yeah. Well.
Sullivan undermines every manager we have.
Sorry about that.
From Moyes to, Lopetegui was shit, but
yeah. So what would you look? Let's say okay, Potter's got to go. I'm not in disagreement. What happens next?
We need a positive manager, and we need to demand it.
Yeah, who?
You look at what Aston Villa did when they were below us, about to get relegated, and they appointed a top-class manager. And look at where they've gotten themselves.
No, I agree. I mean, I've used that as an example myself. So, I mean, it's really fucking frustrating. It's Newcastle as well, and I know Newcastle had the Saudi money, but you've got Newcastle, you've got Aston Villa.
But we can't settle for a Deitch or one of these negative appointments. It's just another step back because.
But
that's what the board wants. But that's when we need to keep protesting.
Oh yeah, no, that's happening. I mean, that's happening. But the trouble is with Sullivan, right?
You ain't gonna get any different to that.
When we get Lopetegui came in, he was like the bottom of everyone's fucking poll and petition. No one wanted him. We signed him. It was the same, mini cheddars. It was the same with Potter as well. Nobody wanted Potter. Well, some did, but the vast majority
Sullivan
didn't.
will keep making these terrible decisions.
Yeah, of course he will.
Your petition will gain momentum. It will get more and more thousands.
It's not our petition. It's not a Clarendon petition. It's a West Ham petition. Yeah. So if you've signed it, it's your fucking petition.
Yep, I've signed it.
Yeah.
And so is my dad. So
yeah. That's it. That's what it's all about with this. And do you know what? Like I've said, I don't think we're going to see anything. I don't think we're going to see anything. I don't know. Miraculous happen under Sullivan now. So when Potter goes, I think we're going to be in the same sort of situation again. You know, even if we have a little lift, even if we bring a manager in and Sullivan backs him for a window, you know, he ain't going to long term. It ain't going to happen.
Yeah, I mean, as that Sports Sex was saying on the
sorry, mate,
on the call the other day, he said that you bring a manager in, maybe they can get the owners to push in the right direction, but
yeah,
you're not going to get that with these pushovers that they keep bringing in.
No, you're not, mate. You're not.
No, but Sullivan can only really wants a certain type of manager, doesn't he? So the petition, I can't see that the petition will make him change that stance, if you know what I mean. To be honest with you, for me, the petition is not to make him get a better manager. For me, the petition is for him to sell up. Do you know what I mean? Ultimately, innit? That's what we really want. So yeah, I don't know. Who would you have?
Yes.
Who would you have? Who would you have as manager? Go on. Realistically.
I mean, Carrick is someone that I'd say understands the club, you know, but
he's out of work now, and he's available.
Yeah, I can't think of a lot that's available really right now.
Yeah. No.
Yeah. No, right. Okay, mate. Look, lovely chat. Thank you very much, mate. Lovely talking to you.
Sweet. Yeah. Come on, you Irons.
Come on, you Irons.
Thanks for phoning all the way from Australia, mate.
Cheers, mate. Fuck me. Sorry, the chat done me there. You bastards.
Comments are brutal in the chat.
What'd you put that up on the screen for?
Because it did sound like
Oh, look, they're all numbers that I don't know. I don't know what. Please don't be a stoner. I'm going to pick another one, a random one. Hang on.
We've had Larry the Lube, who admitted to being stoned. We had the Arsenal fan. We had the Australian calling from Florida, Warwick Davis.
Right.
We had everybody's favourite headmistress.
Oh.
It's like a lottery who's going to answer.
How are we doing?
Not too bad, mate. It's Nick from Clarendon Booze. How you doing?
Yeah, not too bad, mate. How are you?
Oh, it's good. You don't sound like you're on drugs. That's good. It's a good start.
I've only rung because I knew there was gummies and lube involved. What's going on?
We thought it was a party. Party!
Oh, fuck it all.
Go on, mate.
Well, look, at least I'm a West Ham fan.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right. And you're a West Ham fan as well.
Yeah, look, my name's Sean.
That's good. Oh, lovely stuff. All right, good stuff. Right.
Look, we know the club's a mess. One thing I wanted to put across, not sure anyone sort of thought about this, is with the 7 or 8 days we've got left of the transfer window, are we shooting ourselves in the foot here by not getting rid of Potter now?
Yes.
That potential players that could be coming in are not going to be coming in because fuck that. I don't want to play in that soulless bowl. I don't want to play for Graham Potter. Like, it's being majorly overlooked, in my opinion.
What do you mean in terms of them not acting and getting rid of him now quickly?
100%.
Yeah. But
I don't know why. We're just delaying the inevitable.
But do you not think that they're doing this by design? Because I did say, you know, I've been a little bit of a fucking what's someone that knows what's going to happen in the future? What they call John, a prophet.
I know it fucking all.
I've been a prophet,
yeah.
prophet of doom, but I've been correct in this.
Captain Hindsight.
In the way that
Captain Foresight,
but in the way that I've forecasted this is
Captain
going to be going.
Captain
did say, I said they're going to hold him up. I've done this so many times on the stream. There's a sacrificial lamb, and they'll get through the transfer window. Then they'll fuck him off, and they'll blame him Macaulay for everything. That's what's going to happen.
Yeah, of course.
That's what they're going to do.
Of course, they're just going to hold him up as a sacrificial lamb and go, "Well, I told you so." Like, you know, he came out in the public and said that, you know, Moyes, fucking Moyes, that Potter weren't the right man for the job and never rated him. He was a product of Brighton's structure and everything else. And to that point, he was probably right.
Yeah.
So why the fuck do you let fucking
what's
plastic face go and sign him? Sean.
Sean, sorry, Sean. I agree with you. When that guy called the other night and he said about the club that he was at Brighton and everything was ready made for him and all that. But to me, that made me feel even more embarrassed to the fact that we're in established Premier League teams. We're one of the top most seasons in the Premier League, and our club has got no fucking infrastructure. So that's actually quite embarrassing. That actually made me think the opposite. I didn't start questioning Potter and going, "Oh well, you was only any good because you was at Brighton and they've got a great club."
But that's been no different for the last 15 years, though, John, is it? That's been no different for the last 15 years.
Yeah, none at all. None at all. No.
That's what I mean.
No. The pattern's been the same. The pattern's never changed. If you look at what they've done since they've been in, it's been fucking horrendous. It really, really has been horrendous. Yeah, and it's enough now. Surely, even for him. I mean, he looks like he's fucking just clinging on to life as it is. If you've only got to look at him, Sullivan. Surely at this point, he'd want to just cash in and fuck off. Now, look, I don't want to get morbid now, right? But I'm going to. So, you know, like if you're ever in a situation where, you know, you're laying on your deathbed and you're thinking about, you know, your life and what's been happening, you might think about good things and good memories and stuff like this, and maybe how you've helped people and stuff like that. I'm sorry, mate. Sullivan, you need to do some good and quick. You do, because look, he's not a good man, and he's this club means a lot to a lot of fucking people. It does, and it ain't just a football club. Isn't just an asset that you go and sell and you rate and this, that, the other. It really ain't. This was so much more than that, and it still is to a lot of people.
But
it
Nick,
ain't
you don't
fucking
care.
funny. Yeah, well,
you don't care.
Yeah,
you know that. I know that. John knows that. Everyone in the chat knows
shit. Honestly,
of course he is. He needs to go. But
yeah,
again, it's the guy that spoke to, I can't remember the chap's name, but on the E20 zone, whatever it is, or E20 fan TV, whatever, said that he bought Birmingham back in the early 90s for what, 500, 700 grand, and then sold it to that crooked mob for 80 million.
Yeah.
He bought West Ham for 50 million quid off the Icelandics. It's the same situation. He's going to then sell the football club for.
It was good. Wasn't it Carson Young? Carson Young that he sold it to, wasn't it?
Whoever it was, I don't really care because I'm not a Birmingham City fan, so I don't give a fuck. But
all right, mate. Sean, calm down. It's Nick's cousin you're talking
He's
about.
angry. I care about West. I'm feeling it.
Nick's cousin.
I care about West Ham. I care about West Ham. Look, I get fucked off because I walked away from West Ham 3 years ago.
Yeah.
Gave my season ticket up with my father-in-law. Gave it up. I just couldn't hack it anymore. Going up there, people arguing with each other in the stands, and I was part of that as well. Like, I even remember this really fucking verbal fan just giving it constantly about how shit Chicharito was, and then celebrating it like he'd scored like 2 goals like within half hour of him slagging him off. The fan base has been divided for quite some time. It's only now we've got this sort of animosity and this, and there's a conjoined sort of, Sullivan and Brady are in the crosshairs. Everyone can get on board with that. Do you know what I mean? And we have to get on board with it. I think I've signed a petition twice. I'm not too sure, but I think I've done it twice. But
well done.
We got to get that petition going.
Well, it is.
I saw the Managerial about doing the march and stuff. Everyone has to get on board. If you're a genuine West Ham fan and we want to get West Ham back being West Ham United, we have to get on board and we've got to do something.
Yeah.
But feeding on to my question earlier on is, I put in the chat, I don't know if it got noticed or whatever, but we're desperate for centre mid.
Yeah.
We're all sitting there going, who can be our captain? Who can be our captain? There's got to be someone out there. Now, I'm not saying it's got to be Jordan Henderson, But you think of someone like Jordan Henderson, and in terms of whatever club he's been at, he's been a leader. He's been a captain, whether that's Liverpool, Sunderland.
I can't go Jordan Henderson, mate.
No.
I'm not saying I want Jordan Henderson. I'm saying we've got to find someone of that ilk.
Well,
for example, the only other person I can think of is Conor Gallagher.
Yes,
for me,
all day long. All day long.
Yeah, we spoke about Conor Gallagher a couple of weeks ago, I think. And someone was going, nah, I wouldn't have him. And I'm thinking, what, you wouldn't have a centre midfielder who's full of fucking energy, runs around, puts the tackles in? I don't understand sometimes. I really don't.
There is someone that I would have turned my nose up before he went to another Premier League club, because now I think he probably would have been perfect for us. And I would have, because of his age. That's Granit Xhaka. I think Granit Xhaka would have been a good signing for us.
Yeah,
but then Nick would fall into the same category. Like Arrows, Granit Xhaka. We just signed Callum Wilson. He's 34.
No, I know. But in our current situation, where look, if you're going to have a bit of an elder, and look, and that was back when I'm talking about. Now we haven't got Alvarez, but we should never have let Alvarez go. But now, looking at the team that we've got now and the squad that we've got now, would Granit Xhaka get in his team? Yes, he fucking would. He would.
Sean, who would you have as captain with the current squad? It's not an easy pick at the minute, is it?
I think
not an easy pick at all.
It's really not, right? And I've said many a time that I'll come back to your question in a second, John. But for me, we should be putting Thomas Souček up front. Now, whether people agree with that or not, I don't know. He ain't got the legs to get up and down. He can't pass the ball more than 5 yards, but stick the ball in the air and let him go attack it. He'll put the ball in the fucking back of the net. So why is he not playing up front for West Ham?
It's Thomas Souček. Thomas Souček, you mean?
Yeah.
Right.
Souček up front. So then that allows the space in midfield.
But Thomas Souček, there's a reason why Thomas Souček doesn't play up front, and that's because he's not a striker. And what I'm saying is, if you look at all the goals that Thomas,
I get that.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, if you look at all the goals that Thomas Souček has scored, what he is an expert at exploiting space that's created by other people, creating chaos. He doesn't lead the line. He will never lead the line. He can't lead the line. So when you look at Thomas Souček, when he scores these goals, he drifts around, looks at what's going on, and he's an expert at finding a bit of space. You stick him up front, you're fucked. He can't link up play. He can't carry a ball. He can't do fuck all. He'll be useless up front. You can't. You can't.
But going back to your question, the only person I think you could give the captain's armband to is Bowen. Now, people probably go, he ain't a leader. And I completely agree, he's not a leader.
Yeah.
But there's not one other player on that pitch. I know you mentioned Paqueta earlier, but there's not one player on that pitch that you could go, that's a leader, that's a captain.
No.
From front to back. None of them.
Yeah, but then, and I'm not slagging off Bowen because he's been a great servant for us, and he obviously loves the club and loves the fan base, right? But he's almost getting it by default, isn't he?
And that's the point. Like, who else do you give it to? But I think that's why that happened. Like, who else do you give it to?
I mean, I wouldn't give it to Paqueta. I think he's had 18 months of the betting thing on his shoulders. I don't think he needs to be captain of a club on his shoulders.
No, I agree.
I think he needs to just play. We just need to let him play.
I agree. Just let him play with a little bit of freedom, and hopefully, obviously,
but
he will stay.
I mean, look, if I was Potter, now, you should
resign. Is what you should do.
No, but it ain't even that. Just say you're not going to resign because you've got 2 games left. I would have a go at walking into that change because in his head, I think a lot of what we're seeing is I think we've got like this seniority thing in the squad, which we're seeing. There's certain players that have got to be in that team now. They have to be in that team no matter what. I think with 2 games left, what I would be doing is I'd be going into training saying, look, boys, we're shit. We're fucked. This ain't working. No, that's what I'd say. This ain't working. What I'm going to do is try something completely different. I'm going to set this team up how I want it to be. I'm going to, and that is what I would do. The trouble is, I think Potter's doing that.
But
now.
do you not think he's already done that?
No, but
that's what I'm saying. That's what
I think he's doing that now, and this is what bothers me. This is what baffles me. And John, we've spoken about this before with Thomas Frank. To have managers that are so embedded and so wedded to their systems over and above, doing what a manager's fundamental function in a team should be. This is your group of players. Get the best out of them. Playing a way that gets the best out of them. That should be it. But these fucking I don't know what they're doing. It's like, no, this is the way that I'm playing. This is my system. This is no, you can't. You ain't got the fucking players for that system.
I agree, but I got one more question for you after I'll ask this one because it's just on topic. If you're the manager of West Ham for the Wolves game, how are you playing and who are you playing?
We said this. We said this earlier on. Go on, John. You go first.
Well, I mean, we was talking about this earlier on the WhatsApp group.
Yeah.
A lot of the people on the WhatsApp group were saying, like, change it up, bring a lot of the kids in. They was mentioning, like, Callum Marshall, Fearon, and all some real youngsters. And whilst I understand what they're trying to say, he ain't gonna wanna lose this game. He needs to win to build momentum. Yeah, winning breeds a winning mentality. So for me, he will pick what he sees as his strongest team. I don't think he's going to make wholesale changes, but what I do hope is that he changes the formation, because after 2 games and the back end of last season, but already this season, after 2 games, you can see the wing back system isn't working. We need to change shape. I don't think personnel. Yeah. I think a couple of the players, obviously, we know. I'm not going to mention. We know the players that probably need to be not in that team, but I think the system.
I'm gonna read out Hammer's Mikey's comment from earlier on. This was his choice. Fuck me, there's loads of messages here. What's going on?
Lucky to find it.
Hang on, I will do. Right, hang on. In this one here, so I will find it. This is what he suggested. No, Jordan. Sorry. So he said his team versus Wolves will be the French nipple in goal, Areola. He'd go with 4 at the back with Wan-Bissaka, Mavro. Don't agree with Kilman, but he's got Mavro and Kilman, and he's gone Scholes at left back. In central midfield, he's gone for that Man United last 20 minutes combo of Potts, Fearon, and Paqueta. And up front, he's gone for Urfi, Bowen, and Marshall.
Yeah, whilst I see what he's saying, my point is, Potter's going to want to go with a team that if it wins, he'll keep for the next.
He's only got 2 games left now as well.
Yeah, I can't see him making changes that drastic. I'm not saying I'm against it.
Nah.
I'm not saying I'm against it.
But gents, if he picks up 1 win out of those 2 games, then he's got another 6, isn't he? By David Sullivan's rule. So we're just going to be stuck in the same league.
Is there a rule?
Is
there a rule in the game? Just very quickly, Words and Pictures has just said that you can't play 2 goalkeepers. Like Words and Pictures has just said Hermansen and Areola together in goal.
I think there's probably a rule.
We still can see 2 or 3.
Yeah. I think there's probably a rule. Although
for me, I think the only
2 keepers on the bench, so maybe I don't know.
Yeah. It's because we ain't got no one else. That's fucking why.
No, exactly.
But for me, the only change I think he'll make, I think he'll keep with the 5 at the back and the 3 in the midfield, and Bowen and Falkirk up front.
It's a system that's
he might
start
Wilson, but the only change he'll make is Areola in goal.
Will he?
Because it's a cup game. Yeah, I think so. Because
he's got to take Hermansen out,
and maybe bring Mavropanos in for Todibo. I think that's the only 2 changes he will make.
My point, my point I'm trying to make, I put it across, is who's the next league game? Forest.
Yeah, Forest away.
The league game, right? I think he will have one eye on Forest, and what I mean by that is, I think he'll pick the team against Wolves that he'll probably want to play against Forest. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I disagree. I think he'll probably give, I say, Mavropanos and Areola a run out and probably pick the same. Maybe Walker Peters in for Wan-Bissaka because he had a bit of a stinker against Chelsea. But
Walker Peters is a shout. He probably will play in the cup game.
Yeah, maybe.
Just because, obviously Wan-Bissaka had a bit of a stinker, but I'll forgive him for that 1 game because he, player of the year last year, he was head and shoulders above anyone else.
I don't think he's a wing back. I think he's going to be shit as a right wing back.
He's a fullback. Fullback.
Yeah,
and we have to revert to 4 at the back.
Yeah.
The way we play, I was texting my mate Mark, who's a Chelsea fan, season ticket holder, and I literally just said, all you need to do is your front line just needs to work out how to move the centre halves and pull them out of position, and it'll allow the people to get in behind. Obviously, Aguerd got pulled out for, I think it's the 2nd goal when Neto came round the back.
Yeah.
Aguerd got pulled out, never bothered tracking Esteval back or whatever his fucking name was. Then it happened again. Then another centre half got dragged out for the 4th or 5th goal. It's just so repetitive and so easy to see what happens. It's so predictable. but I just can't see him changing it. Just like any other manager, they're so stuck with their own philosophies. So it brings me on to my sort of next point, is we all know he's going to be the sacrificial lamb. Playing devil's advocate, the transfer window shuts. Let's say we get one player in, which is probably going to be Josh Brownhill in centre midfield on a free, because you know how the fucking football clubs run at the moment. Who looks at that football squad and goes, "I'll take that." You've got the choice of anyone.
This is the issue that you've got. And did you hear the call that we had with Sports X the other night?
I heard the first bit, but
he went on to sort of explain this and say how hard a sell it would be to basically to a manager worth having. This is the issue, you know, because we did Ancelotti. Let me tell you what happened with Ancelotti in the summer. In January. So Ancelotti came and met via SportsX and met Sullivan. Sorry if I'm not allowed to talk about this, SportsX, but he did.
Carlo Ancelotti or his son?
No, not Ancelotti. Was he Allegri?
Allegri.
Yeah, not Ancelotti. Allegri. Sorry, Allegri.
He's going to leave Real Madrid for us.
Yeah, not Ancelotti. Allegri.
I was going to say he's Brazil manager, isn't he?
Yeah, no. So he came in and he met with Sullivan, and what Sullivan spoke about him taking over from Lopetegui now, and his advice to Sullivan was to stick with Lopetegui until the end of the season. He will take over. He said, "I'll need a new." He said, "There'll need to be a lot of changes structurally." He wanted a sporting director to come in, and he said, "We will rip up and we will start again." He said, "But don't get a new manager in now. Lopetegui will keep you safe. Stick with him until the end of the season." That was his advice to Sullivan. That was that manager's advice to Sullivan. And he said, "I will come in the summer. I'll sign a pre-contract now to come in." And Sullivan didn't like the idea of ripping up and starting again. So what he done is he went with Potter, because Potter basically must have told him that I can work with what you've got. What you've got's fine. So he went with Potter, and what we're having to do now is rip it all up and start again anyway. But apparently Allegri, what he did, he looked at it, and it wasn't just the squad and the players, but he identified issues
infrastructure.
With the infrastructure. He said, "This ain't right. This won't work." You know, he told him how it needed to work, and apparently Sullivan just weren't interested. He was like, "No, I can't be dealing with that."
Yeah, it's because he's got his own fucking ego, isn't he? The fucking poison little prick. But I go back to the question I asked: who'd you pick? I mean, I would love, if you gave me the choice of anyone, I'd take Thiago Motta.
Yeah.
In a heartbeat, because of the football he played with Bologna. I watch a little bit of Italian football. But for me, the one that probably makes most sense out of everyone that's got that's available, like fuck Steve Cooper, fuck Sean Dyche. For me, I think you go and get Gary O'Neill on a short-term contract until the end of the season, just because he's played for West Ham and he understands it a bit.
Do you know what? Somebody mentioned his name the other day, and when you look at the managers that we could get under Sullivan, I wasn't even thinking of O'Neill, and it was somebody put it in the comments of one of the videos that I did, and I thought, fuck, you know, Gary O'Neill might not be a bad shout. If
Gary O'Neill or Michael Carrick.
Yeah, what I'm saying is
someone with West Ham identity.
Yeah, the type of people that we likely to get under Sullivan, O'Neill is probably one of them. And I look at him and I think, do you know what? Yeah, mate, I reckon that could work. Maybe it could do. You know, he didn't do a bad job at Bournemouth. He doesn't play. But again, do you think that O'Neill? I don't know. He's a bit fiery, isn't he? I don't think he's no walkover, is he, O'Neill?
No, I don't think he is.
Listen, I used to work at Pizza Express when I was at university.
Doubles?
And he came to.
Sorry, mate. Go on.
That's right. I used to work at Pizza Express when I was at university, and he came to the one at the Blue Water Shopping Centre when he was playing for us.
Yeah.
And I accidentally, like, with the kids and whatnot, he'd give out like a bit of paper colouring in and stuff. And I accidentally dropped like the pencil pot in his lasagna that he'd ordered. And fuck me, he gave me a fucking roasting.
Really?
So that's always stuck with me. So I always think to myself, I can imagine him being the sort of person you need in the dressing room to kick someone up in the air a little bit.
I'd have gone fucking mad
if
drop that in my lasagna.
You like it in crayons,
and all the shavings on top. Nice.
But anyway, mate. Look, it's been lovely. It's been lovely chatting to you, mate. One last point for you to close on.
Sign the petition. It's got to be done.
Oh, what a dream!
Do you know what, mate? We're at 9,782. Come on, people. We can fucking do this.
And people, like, if there's 1,000 people in this chat.
I reckon they've all signed
we
already.
have to. Yeah, well, I was going to say we have to. If Hammers United get this,
let's get to 10,000 before we finish tonight.
Got to go and support that protest.
Whoa! Get to 10,000 before we finish tonight.
Yeah, we only need 210. We only need 210 more. We're calling 1,500.
6 hours. For fuck's
Just
sake.
fucking pull your fingers out, people. Come on.
I'll let you go on this one question. Would you take Michael Carrick?
Yes.
As manager?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, sweet.
Yeah, I
Nick,
would.
John, thanks for taking my call.
Good call.
Have
Thank
a
you
good
very
evening.
much.
Right.
Nice one.
Cheers, mate. Right, there is something else I want to touch on before I phone anyone else back very quickly. And that is one thing I have noticed, ignoring the prick Spurs supporter in there laughing at our pain at the moment. One thing, and do you know what? It has been quite heartwarming because we've actually had we've had a few Tottenham fans. There's been a few Arsenal. There's been a few Chelsea. We've had Leeds. We've had Villa. We've had Wolves. We've had Everton. We've had all these other Premier League fans that watch this channel. They've signed a petition and they've put quite heartfelt messages in, not condescending, not even from the big boys, not even from our London rivals. And do you know why that is? Because I think when you do watch these channels, what you're doing is ultimately, when you take out the kind of the petty shit that we all get at each other at, you know, like the tribalism, ultimately we're working class people. This is a working class sport, and football means everything to us. And what they can see is that connection. And the sad thing is, and it is quite sad, really. We've actually had in some instances fans of other clubs where it's felt like they've cared more about West Ham than some West Ham fans.
But that's what. But do you remember what I was saying to you?
That's fucked up. But that's fucked up, isn't it? And they've signed a petition.
Yeah, but do you remember?
Thank you, everyone that's done that.
Do you remember what I said to you last week? The Sunderland game. I was around my brother-in-law's house, Spurs fan. We don't stop at each other. But he sort of almost put his hand on my shoulder, and it was genuine. He was like, "I think you're in trouble this year," and I fucking hated it more because I thought, you know what I mean? I thought, fuck, he means it.
because you know what? I know. Look, we are massive, as in our fan base, but you know what? We are a bit of a special club. We are, and we are the club that everyone likes to fucking take the piss out of, and or whatever else, and this, that, the other. But I do think that a lot of people have got a lot of affection for West Ham because of who we've been over the years. I do think there is.
But you've seen, I think we all. There's nothing better than the British football pyramid, right? It all works. It's brilliant. When you see teams like Bury, you got Sheffield Wednesday now teetering, right? You got Morecambe, who were just been like they were saved. Lastminute.com the other day. We may or may not have any affinity with these clubs or like these clubs, but you don't want to see any club crumble because you know, if you're a proper fan, you know what that club means to a group of other fans somewhere. And you might hate that team, but you don't want to see them go.
Thank you, Debbie.
Going to go.
Got Debbie there. Thank you very much. And that's the thing. It does mean a lot because that is a thing when you do. Because I get it. I actually get why people watch us as well. Because look, I think all you do get with us is just we're just football fans. That's literally it. So I get it, and I think that's what they see. I think that's what they see with us. They kind of relate. They relate to the football fan in us, if that makes sense.
What's that emoji there? What's that emoji? What was that?
Hand clap.
Oh, I thought it was fruit.
It's that one. No, it's that one. But yeah, no. So we have actually had some. So they're not all fucking dickheads like that Paul Edwards that was in here earlier on mocking us, even though most of the Spurs fans are. Sorry to the ones that have signed a petition, but my life experience has told me Spurs fans are cunts. I'm sorry.
Hey, look, MB says, I'm a Fulham supporter, but my old man was West Ham fanatic.
Yeah. Have you signed a petition? If you haven't, please do. We're trying to get to 10K tonight. It does help. And do you know what? I will as well. After this, I'll support other clubs as well. Always. You know, if another fan channel had something else going on and they wanted support, I would definitely get him on, and I would. And I think most fans would now. A lot of fans would help him out. Yeah, but it is nice though, John, isn't it? When you see that, I think it means more to a degree when you get from other fans. You're like, fucking hell.
But it also hits home. Fuck yeah, we are in a bit of a shit, aren't we?
Yeah.
You know, like when the away fans sing "Soldier Soul" for this shit.
Yeah.
We know it was nothing to do with us, but it pisses you off because you know they're right.
Yeah. Do you think Hammer's Mikey's got a point? Do you think Hammer's Mikey's got a point here? Everyone probably knows a Hammer, no matter what team they support. That's probably true as well. because you can't go anywhere in the world. You know, you've done this is this ain't a lie.
You bump into everyone.
I've not been on a holiday once and not seen a West Ham fan.
Yeah.
Not once.
Yeah.
Even in Mexico, I'm sitting there my first day, and there's some bloke up the bar with a crest tattooed on his calf. I'm like, touch. I'm bored. I'm going to go and chat to him. But you do wherever you go. You know, we have got a massive fan base, and do you know what X said the other night was absolutely true. Was absolutely true when he gave that little sort of bit of patter at the end, where he spoke about what we. But do you know what he spoke about? He spoke about what we could be. What we could be. You know, if we had a better owner. People's second team years ago. Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. That's it. That's it. And do you know what? It's only these fucking people they're changing it because they've stripped us of our fucking identity. They really have. And that's what bothers me. And that's why, right, when people want to go on about you know, with David Moyes did have relative success. He did. Yeah, Claxton, yeah. But he did have relative success. He did
have relative success, yeah.
But you know what? The only thing we've got left now is our football, is our fans. But in terms of it's the football, the type of football that we play. I need that. I would just want to see us go out and fucking have a go, show some heart, show some passion. Do you know what? If we ain't got the sexy footballers, then I want a team of Alvarez's. But the trouble is now we've got a lot of fans now that don't like either of them. They don't like Paqueta. They don't like Alvarez. And what do you fucking want? You want a team full of James Ward-Prowses? I need something. I need either fucking blood, sweat and tears or, you know, flair or the best thing, John, for me is a combination of both. Ain't that with you? A combination of both. So a hard as nails
we've said it a million times before. No one here supports West Ham for success because we win fuck all, relatively speaking, right? And it's the only thing you've got is the entertainment value. And football is an entertainment sport. I mean, it's a no-brainer. I don't understand all the FG, XG shit. I understand it. I understand it. What I mean is, I don't understand why people are so caught up on all that bollocks. Entertainment is the be-all and end-all in sport. Not just football, sport in general, no?
But why on earth? I mean, look, fair enough. You know, you kind of, I mean, you've given up your season ticket now, but if you were a new season ticket holder trying to buy into this with your kids, right? Why would you? I mean, we're buying into it because of what we've had. You know, we're kind of what we've had, and it's but you're born into it, and it's kind of, you know, we're still living on the memories, if we're being honest, of what we were, and the hope that it will come back again, and maybe it will one day. Who knows? But the new ones that are coming over there, it's all very well, and you know that it's been part of Sullivan's plan to rip up the demographic and get a new fucking fan base. It has, but I tell you what, this new fan base that he's getting, we get relegated. Where are they going to be, John?
Well,
they ain't going to be over there.
I think they'll be gone as soon as they arrived, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
I don't know, mate. I don't know. I'll give up with it all. I mean, but you know, it is what you brought up because, you know, your boy and my boy are similar age, but they still want to be entertained. So it is how they're brought up and what they're expected. You know?
Yeah.
I don't know. They're not into all the XG shit that a lot of maybe we say younger fans are. But
yeah, look,
mate.
Mo saying he's sick of Sean Whetstone. Someone please call this knob out. There is no point, and I do call him out on a regular basis.
He fucking loves it.
He fucking loves it. He loves it. He does. And it's the thing. I listened to a couple of minutes of his podcast. Once you get through the 4 minutes of him talking about his new Sky Now subscription that you are now watching. If you fucking go on this game on Now Supporters TV, you can do that. 4 minutes. 4 minutes of him talking about Now TV, and he's doing that. And then he's gone on. I think he had Stell on the show, and they, mate, just fuck off. This geezer, right? I'm sorry. If he didn't, he's a kid who never got picked for football in school. If he didn't have his tongue up Sullivan's arse, and he didn't have information that he could share, he would be completely irrelevant. This is the most popular Sean Whetstone has ever been, and he loves it. Even though it's negative energy he's getting, he fucking loves it. But the thing is, and I do get pulled up on this a lot, and like I said, I'm going to do that show that I said I'm going to do because he ain't the only one, and he really ain't. He's just the only one that seems to wear it as a badge of honour. He wears being a cunt as a badge of honour.
He don't hide it.
He don't mind it. The others hide it, and they're sneaky with it, and this, that, the other. I wouldn't even say he's the worst, but what he does. This is his celebrity thing. He's a celebrity cunt. Sorry, Sean.
He won't be WhatsApping you later, will he?
He don't WhatsApp me anymore anyway. No, but you are, mate. I'm sorry. You intentionally put shit out there. I've still got this here. Who the fuck does this, John? Who does that?
Oh, you know what? I didn't even see that till someone brought it up the other day, and I looked at it. Who
does that?
It's a mug. It's a mugging off.
You're taking the piss,
mugging off
mate.
the fans. It's a mugging us off.
You're taking the piss. Just fuck off. And that's the thing. So I do know, and he is the easy target, Sean. And he's the reason why, because I get pulled up a lot, and they say, "Why do you always only mention?"
Well, he puts himself up there as a target.
He puts himself up there as a target. Yeah. I do sometimes think, I do, because it annoys. In some instances, the others annoy me more because they're snidey with it. But anyway,
yeah, I see what you're saying.
Yeah, but anyway, that do piss me off. Right, let's see if I can get hold of Gowie anyway, and hopefully he ain't going to talk about Everton.
Argument. Fucking
yeah,
hell.
I've got loads of other calls here now. But look, I am sorry. Look, listen, the American as well. I feel guilty now as well for talking to you. I got thrown off by the one who was eating gummies, and then the fucking Arsenal fan called Mark.
Who talking about the American? What?
The American Australian geezer. You know,
what happened with him?
Because we was laughing a lot because you put the silly comment up on the screen.
Yeah, but I mean, the geezer watches our show. He knows we fuck about, doesn't he?
Yeah, I know. Right, 1 minute. We're very woke now, John. Right, hang on. Gary Wampford.
He don't want to. He would have called you, wouldn't he?
I don't know. I've had me do not disturb him.
No, he don't want to know you anymore.
He phoned me yesterday. I love you, know.
Phoned you yesterday. Fuck off! Did he phone you?
Gary.
Nick, let me call you back. On my
I don't like
you. Low.
Told you, he don't like you no more. Told you.
He's
1 sec. Call you straight back, Nick. 1 second.
Oh, they don't like you no more. He said, fuck off, Nick.
He phoned me yesterday. He was going to get buy fish stuff down Cruise Hill and wanted to meet me.
Did you meet him?
No, I met Corral though. I met Corral beforehand.
You know you can't keep meeting strange men in car parks in the middle of garden centre heaven. You know that, don't you? Because you're going to get a reputation.
Yes, I did actually.
Going to be all terracotta flavour.
I did actually meet Corral yesterday for a drink. It was lovely. He's had a bereavement in the family. I won't say what or who or anything like that. But yeah, he's doing all right though. He's doing all right.
Does he live your neck of the woods? Does he?
Yeah, he don't live far. Oh, really? So gets his hair cut round the corner from me.
Hopefully, he don't go to the same fucking barbers.
Gary, for fuck's sake, mate, we're live.
He don't want to fucking speak to you. Gary's had enough of you, for fuck's sake.
You know he's going to talk. Did you? Because you know when Moyes they lost to Leeds the other day.
Yeah, XG was you. Oh, you care about XG now?
No. When Moyes lost to Leeds, I texted him Moyes in.
Yeah, no, sure.
And then after Everton won, he texted me winnings. What I do.
9,816.
Hey, come on, keep it going up. Keep it going up. We're going to stay online till we get to 10,000.
No, we're not. I've got to pick up. No, I've got to pick up at 6:30. No, we're not.
Yeah, so mate, you got loads of hours to sleep.
Yeah, but it might be safe to drive if I've got matchsticks in the eyes, isn't it?
We're almost there.
All you fuckers will be in bed, fucking
scratching. Oh, Gary, for fuck's sake, mate, come on, you're killing people. Right, put some comments up, John.
Oh, there's no comments, just slagging you off, really. Let's go back a few. Hang on, I haven't put them up for a while. Let's see. What's it? That Whetstone's not coming back on the show. No, I don't think he'll be back on the show, will he? I don't think he'll ever be back.
No. But look. But at the end of the day, he is.
We was on his podcast once, weren't we? Do you remember?
He does it himself. I'm sorry, and do you know what? You know, I'm fucked off with him now. I really am. When you anyone that does what they do, I'm sick of it. I'm sick of it. I am.
Gary's angry. Well said. Sick of all the BS from these people.
Yeah, they're not fans. If you're intentionally fucking peddling bullshit, you know, it's the only. I do think he loves it though, John. He's a strange character. He must do. He must love it.
I think it's like infamous, isn't it? Infamous. He likes being infamous.
Yeah.
He's not famous. He likes being the most hated West Ham fan.
I mean, one of the opening lines was, what was it? Because he was on with Stell and he went, "Yeah, son, it's good to have you on, Stell. Not like
some of those more excitable channels that are out there at the moment.
I thought excitable. You're taking a piss out of us. You're a fucking propaganda machine. You just create so much shit.
What he really means is when he says that,
nasally fuck.
I think I think he looks down his nose. See, I get the impression he looks down his nose at people like you and
he does. Well, he was born in Surrey, John. I don't know whether you know. He's born in Surrey.
Yeah, honestly, and he's.
I mean, that's why I've always seen his friendship with Nigel and Canning Town Len as a strange friendship. He's polar opposites.
He's thick as shit as well, right? And he's got a high-powered job. He's literally the epitome of white privilege. Well, hang on. 1 minute. Here we go.
Oh, God help me.
I mean, I had none of that privilege. But Sean has. Hello, Gary. You all right, mate?
God. Hello, Nick. How are you?
Hey, Gary.
Right, Gary. How you doing, mate?
It don't sound
sorry, mate. Different phone.
Oh, you got a different voice. It don't sound like it to me.
Yeah. Go on.
This is a posh voice.
Go on.
Oh.
Yeah. Now, so my battery's on both the phones. I'm just trying to charge it up. I've been out all night. How are you? All right?
Yeah,
I'm
good.
all right.
You?
I'm good.
You and Nick all right now, Gal?
Yeah.
You and Nick
We're made up. We're made up.
We're best mates. We're best mates. It's all a matter of opinions, John, isn't it? Really, end of the day.
Yeah, I know, mate. I was only joking. Only banter, mate.
I know you was. We all loved the club, and I mean, I watched it Friday night like you all did, and thoroughly depressing. There's so much wrong with it. You know what? Since Friday, I've watched so many YouTube channels.
Yes,
it's so depressing. I can't stop watching it, but it's depressing. Everyone's like almost suicidal, aren't they? Yeah. Terrible. I mean, the thing is, what makes me laugh with it clearly, I thought, how many of them goals against Chelsea were headers? I think 3 of them. Three of their goals were headers.
Yeah,
set pieces, wasn't it as well? Set pieces, headers.
Yeah. What do you think? What do you think of the new goalkeeper, Gal?
Well, I mean, if they're coming too quick, I mean, you know, he was injured, wasn't he? But season, so he was injured. So I should never have put him in the first place. Never played him.
Yeah.
The trouble is, what makes me laugh.
Gary, what's wrong with your other phone? Because you got a much better line on the other one.
Really, it's just the back. I've been out all day, and the battery's just virtually gone.
Oh, right. Okay, no worries.
So I didn't want to start a conversation with you, and it just cuts out.
No, that's fine, mate.
No, what I was saying about the goals was 3 of them goals were headers, and we've got 3 centre backs. None of them can head the ball.
No.
And one of your earlier callers, I think if you're going to go to a back 4, because Wan-Bissaka, just playing its wing back, he's not doing him any favors. You know, he didn't have a great game at Sunderland, nor against Chelsea. He's a full-back. He's not a wing back, Nick, like you said yourself.
No.
So I would go with him right back, and I'd bring him Mavropanos to the right and put Gary next to him. I know Mavropanos has got mistaken in him sometimes, but for the last season when he played, he looked decent, and he's much better than any of them other players who can head the ball. They're useless.
Yeah.
You know, and you know, and I think Mavropanos and it might be a good pairing, because where they've got the pace to come round and cover him, might be a way to go. You know, but What I really want to see in the window, we get the. I mean, to be honest with you, the other night, someone made a good point. I think on Sky, we've all been drumming on about 2 central midfield players, which absolutely vital.
Yeah,
we need more than that. We need a forward with pace.
We're getting that, though, Gary. You know that, didn't you?
No, I know. I'm just saying, but we need someone who. Yeah, when O'Neill was at S prop when he's playing well, you could play the ball up to him, or he could run behind him.
Do you know what I think we need?
Go on, mate.
I think we need a new goalkeeper. I think we need 2 new fullbacks. We need 2 new centre backs. We need a couple of central midfielders. We need a couple of wingers, and we need 2 new forwards. That's what I think we need.
Yeah, no, I think minimum 4. We need two midfield players. We need a centre back who can organise and who's dominant. You ain't got to be the best foot room in the world, because all them 3 centre backs all play technically, but none of them have got that. I mean, John's played football, I think, himself, hasn't he? Thing is, John, they don't sense danger, do they? None of them do.
No.
There's just a lack of. Like, I think you hit the nail on the head there, Gal. There's a lack of leadership, mate, at the back in particular.
Yeah.
And then they're all
we had a leader.
No, some of them goals. Sorry to interrupt you. Some of them goals against Chelsea, you sort of saw in. You know, they were going in, and some of the back 4 in particular, and in particular Tadibo and Wan-Bissaka, because they was on the same side together. They were sort of looking at each other and say, "Well, what was you doing?" Well, I don't know. What was you doing?
I know.
There's no communication, mate. No talking.
Not. I remember Alvin Martin saying that I spoke to him a few years ago about this, and he was on about centre backs, and he said, "What you got to have? Some defenders are technically good, but they just don't sense danger. They just don't sense it." Now, you know, I said to Nick on a private phone call, we had a little chat the other day, and I said, when you think back, you know, when we had the Dawsons and the Bonners of this world, them goals wouldn't have happened.
Yeah, no, I think that's what we're missing, and I think, do you know what? I want to watch attacking football again, but we always watched attacking football, but yeah, our defenders were always defenders. I think. Do you know what? I think you could drop James Collins, who was the most basic defender, into our back line. He'd be our best defender.
Yeah,
he would be by far our best defender.
You can't have a centre back pairing, in my opinion, or 3 centre backs that are all modern day footballers. One of them needs to be the fucking bastard.
So why the only one that we've got that's even close to that is Mavropanos.
He makes a mistake, and I know he does. But
but all managers. Yeah, but do you know something? Maybe it's because of the way again they're being asked to play a little bit.
Yeah, and I'll tell you something else, shall I? You made a good point there about Mavropanos. One of his best games he ever played for West Ham was Arsenal away, and he had Bono alongside him. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
And he was absolutely brilliant. Mavropanos didn't even scored, I think. But Bonner was next to him, and Bonner is one of them players at the time. You knew he was good, but in his prime, he was top drawer. Yeah. He read the game. He read the game really well.
Bonner, you're saying?
Yeah, brilliant.
Oh my God! If you go back and you have a look now, you look at what we've got now. I'm sorry, I don't want to be disrespectful to any of them, right? Because I know they're good players. No. But if you look at Kilman and you look at even Aguero, and you look at Tadibo, and Mavropanos, and you go back and you think, fuck me, we had Zuma, we had Ogbonna, we had Dawson. You know, we've always had. I mean, Zuma was a fucking good defender, wasn't he? I know he was a bit, you know, with his knees, but he was a brick shithouse, the bloke.
And not only that, it was the other end as well. Set pieces and corners. We were so dangerous.
Yeah.
Teams used to terrify when we got a corner.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, though, Nick, I want to take me out off to you. The other night, I watched one of your other shows. You know, was it the terrace thing you had on? You viewed with the lads?
Oh, with the boys from the terraces. Yeah.
And you was talking about getting our identity back. You said something, mate. Tell you what, you've got to be so unbelievably good. You said Potter's gone, new owner, new managing team. Out walks Mark Noble.
Yeah.
Out walks Julian Dix.
Yeah.
You know, the assistant manager, and out walks Paolo Di Canio. You know what?
But do you know what? Right,
brilliant.
That is all it would take. If we actually had in this situation here,
that's right.
But if we had an owner that gave a fuck and understood West Ham and understood West Ham fans at the minute, John would be buying his season ticket straight back, and so would I. If literally, you know, against, I'll say it again. What I said in that show for those who ain't said it, I said, you imagine Potter's gone before the Chelsea game. You wake up, he's gone. And then they say there's going to be an announcement before the game. We're going to reveal the new manager
against Tottenham. Next home game.
It's against Tottenham, and then what happens is you're sitting there, right? All of a sudden, you see Mark Noble walk out in a coach's top. He walks out, he's applauding the fans, and then you see Julian Dix walk out, applauding the fans, and then you see Paolo Di Canio come out with the manager's coat. Fuck
Nick,
me,
Nick, you're turning me on, mate.
Just a fucking drama for the rest of this season. Could you imagine?
You're turning Gary on. We don't need Gary turned on.
But you know what, Gary? This is what I'm saying to you. Football is about romance. Football is about romance. It is.
Do you know what? I was telling someone today about what you said. It's today, actually, about a few hours ago, and I said to them, and I said, all it take that stadium would be transformed overnight.
Oh, mate,
it would be up to par. It would be electric. And tell you what, mate, it'll be
loving the stadium again. I would, just to see.
It would. So all you got to do, if you did that. Now the thing is, my question for you, hypothetically, if that happens, how do you think we'd do? Because I think at home would be very hard to beat.
I don't think we'd care as much.
I wouldn't really care.
I don't think
look, listen, do you know what? I'm of the opinion. and I said this before. I mean, if we're going to be shit, like, I mean, we've conceded 8 goals in 2 games. If we're going to be shit, then what we should be doing is really using this as, and I said this in pre-season as well. When we got a glimpse of the kids, use this as a fucking development year. Use it as a development year. Get the kids into that team, and you know what? Even because if you did that, if you had, for instance, like for instance, like the fans that were in the stadium the other day. If you'd have had from the start, Potts, Marshall, a couple of the others on there, do you know what? People would have been a lot more interested, and they would have been a lot more forgiving. They would have been. They would have been.
Of course they would. And if Potter had any sense, he would have realised that. He would have had a lot more leeway.
Yeah.
If he'd have done that, I mean, if he knows West Ham fans, if I was a manager of West Ham, or you as John, or you Nick, that's the first you put some kids in there, because straight away you got to look. You're giving yourself a little bit of leeway. The fans are not going to be quite on your back quite as much.
No, not at all.
And no, I think this is the thing. And you know what, Nick? Just want to say very quickly before I forget. Earlier you had a good caller and a couple of callers ago, and guy that worked for Pizza Express, whatever he's. Anyway, he's
not Mark from Arsenal. Then
Sean.
No, Sean, and he made a good point about the obviously if we get rid of Potter, the problem is we know he's not going to go out and buy a manager out of contract. Like, I know you like Marco Silva, someone like that, but the Gary O'Neill one, I think it's a decent shout.
Yeah, I actually
short term.
No, not even short term. I
how it goes.
Well, someone like him is young as well. With someone like him, if it works, especially under Sullivan, all right. So why not? I think that probably wouldn't be the worst thing. I don't want fucking Cooper. I don't want Dyche.
No, it's the same old.
No, I don't want that. It has to be, as John said earlier on, someone like Carrick or O'Neill, somebody that's got a bit of a West Ham connection. There's got to be something there, something that gives us a bit of a connection back.
And when he was at Wolves, they was actually playing some decent football at the time. I remember watching a couple of their games. I thought, they're playing some decent stuff here.
Yeah.
So I think out of all these managers that he's going to come in on a free, I think out of all of them, I think we're all in agreement here, aren't we? O'Neill, would you say the same, John?
100%. I mean, people say, O'Neill was shit at Wolves, and then they say, yeah, but Carrick got sacked from Borough. But no, I don't think any Forest fan would have took Nuno from after his time at Spurs, would they?
No.
So you don't know.
That's the other option.
You don't know what's going to work. My point is, and with the West Ham connection, I think it means more to us. I think we'd accept a few sort of, rocky patches along the way, but I think we need someone who knows the club. I'd personally go for Carrick, because I think Carrick grew up in the youth academy system. He was there a long time. He went all the way through. O'Neill was good for us, of course he was, but he came far later in his career. So for me,
and John, the thing is, because a manager fails at one club doesn't mean he fell at another. I mean, you only got to look at look at the Forest manager at Tottenham. He didn't get that much of a chance, but he was out. And you think, he's not very good. He's gone to Forest, and he's absolutely transformed them. You can't.
Yeah, but for me, I think I know there's a lot of people in the chat that are getting, they're laughing at our suggestions. Look, I want.
Well, no.
But what I'm saying is, I would love Iriola. I would like Silva. But
in an ideal world.
But what we're talking about is people who we can get now to come in. Maybe that we could
realistically
to West Ham.
Realistically,
people that could come in and work with what we've got, work for Sullivan, and have half a chance of surviving. And a big part of that, and I don't care what anyone says, because the fans can get managers sacked, and we have done several. We did. I got Moyes sacked. So the fans can get. They are important, and I think someone like O'Neill would care. And you know what else I don't want after this shit with Potter? I don't ever want to see it again. I don't ever want one of these stat padding XG monkey fucking managers that play this stupid fucking style of football. I don't want it. I just want a good manager that plays attacking. A good manager that plays just proper normal football. Normal football. That's it.
Yeah, I think with this club, it's a bit. won't say we're a unique club, but the fan base is quite a complex fan base. West Ham fan base.
Yeah, here's one for you, Gary. 1 second. Dad's Our Job has said, would you take Bilic back? I would 100%.
Do you know what? I was just thinking about this the other day. A conversation come up. It might have been on your show the other night you done, and they said about Bilic, and obviously being a central defender himself, with what we talked about the centre backs not being able to defend. Bilic, but there was a connection there with West Ham. Bilic,
yeah,
I think with the West Ham fans. I know you like him, Nick, don't you?
I love Bilic.
Yeah, but obviously, I think it all went wrong for Bilic because of Payet. If Payet hadn't gone,
I'd bring Payet back at 38 years old as well.
Well, I mean,
I'll tell you another thing we've done. I'll tell you another thing we've done wrong as well.
Bilic is available. Bilic is available.
Yeah, he is.
I'll tell you another thing we've done wrong as well. I know we had a bit of a clear out in the summer, but the trouble is we've let so many leaders and characters leave this club in a very short space of time.
Yeah.
The people like Chris Wells and Fabianski.
On and off the pitch.
Yeah, too much, too quick almost. I thought that. I know some of these players are getting on a bit, but I mean, Creswell last season was decent, wasn't he? In fact, I would say,
Creswell's gone to Stoke, and he had I think 2 man of the match performances. And I'll tell you the other thing as well, right? Even Mabama's looked good. I've watched highlights of him. He looks like a different fucking player. Mabama looks like a different player. Mabama.
He got sent off yesterday for cheating, though.
For diving, but he looks like a different player, John. He does.
He's playing. We never saw him play, so I don't fucking know. No. Well, in the first team.
But I'll tell you what, from what I've seen of these centre-backs this season, and when I saw Creswell come in last season when he played on the left side of a three,
he looked
more solid than any of them three, any of them. Now, I know ideally we should be moving. I know, but I just think there's been too many characters leaving, like Dawson, Rice. You go back in a short space of time, we lost a lot of characters in that dressing room. And you look at them now, and your conversation earlier about who do you have captain. I mean, the ideal one would have been Alvarez, but he's gone, And the other night, right, I heard someone talking about this. When the 2 Chelsea players started passing it backwards and forwards, taking the piss in midfield.
Yeah.
Someone should have gone in there and put a tackle in one. We didn't get a single yellow card the other night.
That's what John said, yeah.
And they were saying about a Chelsea game a couple of years ago, I think Hazard was like showboating and fucking Noble kicked him into the stand. And I think he took the card for it.
It's the least it should happen when somebody comes to your fucking... I'll tell you what, do you remember when you play against a team who's got bollocks? And I think it backfired on us once. Do you remember when we was at home to Watford? And and Payet done that fucking that Rabona cross, and Deeney was like, fuck this.
He tells a story about that, doesn't he?
Yeah.
He said he went in the change room at half time and they just spoke about that incident for the whole of the
Yeah, but that's the thing. Your card should be
we've got none of that.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is with what happened there, that action with those two blatantly taking the piss out of us, right? If you don't clatter them, then their cards should be marked. They should be getting fucking up to later in that game.
And if Alvarez had been on the pitch, he'd have took a yellow there.
Straight, And do you know what? Would have had fucking.
We've got the crowd up.
Would have had bum. But then would have had all the bum hurt fucking wokies going. He's fucking. He's nuts. Yeah. He's nuts. But you can't have it.
But it shows you one thing, though, lads. And I know me and Nick have our disagreements about certain things.
Antifa, they'd be up in arms. Go on.
But what it is, as much as we all love like attacking football, you do realise as well the nitty gritty side and defending. That's part of it. That's part of football as well. And you've got to have that in your team. You can't, you can't be just split. You got, we just fell apart the other night, and we've done that too many times now.
Yeah, no. I know, mate. But anyway, Gary, going up, we'll close this call with the cup game on Tuesday night. Okay, against Wolves, dog shit derby, the dog shit derby of the Premier League. We're both shit. Although I did watch Wolves the other day when they was down to 10 men, they look far more better than us. They do, however.
It's how they approach it, isn't it?
Wokeism applies to everything nowadays, mate. It does everything. The type of food you eat. If you eat quinoa, that's woke, right?
If you eat mother's pride, you're far right.
That's it.
Oh dear. Oh dear.
Go on, ask Gary the question about Wolves.
Yeah, so Wolves.
Yeah, ask me the question.
Sorry, Garrett. The question is Wolves. Hour a week. You're Graham Potter, right? Little monster munch hands. The fucking jizz goblin. He's come. You've got 2 games left, right, Gary? You've got 2 games left. Save your job. What are you doing against Wolves?
Well, I'm saving my job, but no. Well, basically, yeah. I mean, we don't want to lose another game.
Yeah.
But at the same token, the priority is Nottingham Forest. The thing is, if we lose on Tuesday, I cannot see us getting anything at Forest. We've been there 3 times since they've gone up. We've not even scored a goal up there. We've lost 3 times. So, and then that brings us to the Tottenham game. And you can't go into the Tottenham game with 4 defeats in a row.
Yeah.
So, you've got to play. Bearing in mind, we've got international break as well coming up. So, I would say you put a strong side out Tuesday night. I would say that. Really, you put a strong side out.
I personally would, because especially if I wanted to save my job.
Eating Ben and Jerry's at 11 o'clock at night for?
Who is?
Christ.
Mrs. Was that Freddie? Is that Freddie eating Ben and Jerry's?
Oh, was you not on mute? Sorry.
Oh, sorry, mate.
Sorry. Yeah, he's got to get ice cream at 11 o'clock at night. Sorry.
Good lad. It's bank holiday weekend.
Yeah, true.
Right. Yeah. No. Look. And this is the thing, right? I think it's I think it's all fucking just. I think this is just like theatre now for us. It's like watching the fucking. We're not going to win. Wolves are shit, right? But we're shitterer. We are. I watched them the other day. We're shitterer. And I think they're going to fucking beat us relatively easy. Like I said, I watched them with 10 men the other day. They're far more together, far more of a team. They ain't got as many stars as they had. They haven't got the Cunha and players like that at the moment. But yeah, we don't look like a team anymore. We don't.
No, it's so. Do you know the word, Nick? Brittle. We're brittle. You just fall apart. We just fall apart. Really, I mean, we've got to get a centre back in from somewhere as well who can actually defend and organise.
Well, I watched a show earlier on that Gio did with Sloth, and Sloth is from Babylon.
I saw it,
and he's knowledgeable on overseas players. He's quite good, and he's honest as well. Didn't fill me with as much confidence on this player as what he has done with others. But what he did say was this player from Monaco that we're linked with. He said, He said he's competent, really, really competent as a defender. And what he said, John,
midfield.
What he said, John, he's got really good anticipation. He reads the game well.
What was his name?
I can't remember. He's a Monaco player.
No, I know. Monaco. He's quite young, isn't he?
Yeah, he's quite young. He's 21. But he said he hadn't played many minutes last year, but he did the year before. But he said he's got a high ceiling, and he said, but what he's got is he doesn't really make bad decisions, so he's a reliable player. He's big, and he's a good defender, and he's a good defender. But he said, but is he the type of player? He said because he is still quite raw. And what Sloth was saying was, he said I'd worry about him coming into this environment because people need players that look at Hermansen, for fuck's sake. Two games in and he's shit.
Do you know what?
Get rid of him. Would
have been better off keeping Fabianski as number 2 while he was playing, and kept Ariola. And that's money spent on the goalkeeper.
I'll stick to what I was saying all along, right? And it weren't nothing against Hermansen. It weren't.
No.
It was because we thought we were skint, and we are skint because we ain't spent no other money. And you've wasted money on a fucking goalkeeper. Why?
And Nick, you know what? This shows you now where football is now, how pathetic it is. He's obsessed about this. Hang on.
One second, Gary. We've got breaking news here, mate. What'd you say, John?
Yeah, Mo Sure, he said that apparently Mangassa's going to Forest, and he's been left out of the Monaco squad this week.
What do you mean he's got the one that we've been linked with from Monaco?
The one we've been.
How many players does that greedy fucking Greek bastard want? They've got loads.
I know.
Yeah, but we've been linked with him for 4 weeks. This is what happened. When you're linked
Nick,
to someone else, look what happened to Eze at Spurs and Arsenal.
Oh, mate, that's the best. That was the best thing ever. I've got to be honest. That was so.
Nick, when you watched that show, when the Sloth did say with Gio that Forest were linked with him as well. We have competition there, so You're too slow. You know, they should be getting these deals done. It's ridiculous.
I do want to give respect to all of the West Ham fan channels out there that have been running transfer update shows throughout this whole window, doing detailed reviews on players that have joined other clubs. Because at least, you know, because all they've had to do, like Nottingham Forest, Tottenham, just tune into West Ham.
Flip other channel.
Just tune into West Ham and have a look and see who we're linked, the latest players that we're linked with. What a waste of fucking time.
When you see the price that's been quoted for Fernandes from Southampton, like 50 million, he's not a 50 million pound player. I don't think so anyway. But I think the bargains, if you want to get a good deal, France seems to be the place you get some really good young players there at a decent price, you know? I.e. this Monaco player. That's where maybe we've got to go.
Well, apparently he's going Nottingham Forest.
Yeah. Yeah, it's ridiculous.
There's another one we've lost. Another one bad to dust. Boom. Another one gone. We're fucking shit. Honestly,
the scary thing, isn't it? If we don't get anyone in next week, we really are in trouble. You know, I mean, not being fun. I know you've got.
How much further can we drop, Gal?
No, we've got Somerville coming back. We've got Guilherme, and that's another thing. That Guilherme, what a good young player. The Chelsea lad come in, the Brazilian boy, looked really good. Same sort of age, really young.
Yeah. Do you know something? I'm almost. Do you know this is set up perfectly for a new manager?
Yes.
Do you know why? Guilherme's injured. Somerville's coming back. Potter's going to be a fucking disgrace over the next few games, and it's going to all culminate with us getting absolutely, you know. I mean, the referee's going to blow a fucking rape whistle to signal the end of the fucking Tottenham game. He is. That's gonna be fucking terrible.
That's gonna be the game. If we lose to Wolves and if we lose to Forest, and I think we will lose both.
I've had
games.
A bottle of wine, John.
Like you definitely ain't local, are you? Fuck you.
No, but I know.
And Nick, can you imagine it? Can you imagine it, Nick? If Tottenham hit 4 or 5 passes like Chelsea did, can you imagine?
No.
Kudus hat trick, Gary. Kudus hat trick.
Oh, don't, John. Just you know, they've got to get these deals done. You know, we really have.
But Gal, can I just ask you a question, Gal? What's the worst thing? Is the squad that bad, or is it the system that's making them look that bad? Really?
I don't think the system's helping them. I'll give you an example. I just said to you, Wan-Bissaka. He's a right back. He's not a right wing back.
No, he's a right back.
Yeah. So straight away, that's one example. Bowen, another one. Not ineffective, playing where he's playing. He's got to play wide. So there you go. So straight away, there's 2 there, 2 key players. Yeah. If John, if you was manager yourself, I mean, if we was a managerial team, the 3 of us now, that's the first thing we'd do. We'd go back to a back 4, wouldn't we?
100%.
You bring Areola back in goal. You would have called Alvarez back from his loan before it happened. You'd have got him back in, wouldn't you? And said, right, you're captain. And you got him on the side. How can you do that? How can you see a player go out the Gold Cup, play out a tournament, he can play centre back or midfield?
Scored in the final.
And he's come back on a real high. Why did not? And Potter don't get on with him, fair enough. But at the end of the day, Potter's there to pick the West Ham team. If you don't get on with a bloke, tough. You know what I mean?
Yeah, look, 100%, right? So part of a manager's job is to manage.
Yeah.
Funny enough, right? It's to manage. So when you've got placed in a
fuck off, Sandra.
How much have you been drinking tonight, Nick?
What are you talking about?
I thought all the women's loved you, John. That's Kat and Sandra. They're fucked you off, John.
Look, they've done their first name in capitals and their little name.
Yeah.
That's some pissed up 50-year-old who probably fancies them, man.
So a manager's job fundamentally is to manage their staff.
Yes.
Right. Now, when you've got difficult, because you know something, good players are probably going to be difficult in some aspects. They are. They're going to have egos. They are. I always go back to what's his name, Redknapp with Di Canio. Can you imagine how hard Di Canio was to manage?
Can you imagine Potter managing Di Canio? Imagine Potter managing Di Canio.
I'll tell you what, right? If we'd have had Potter in the Bilic era, we wouldn't have had a Pyatt and a Lanzini. If we'd have had a Potter in the Redknapp era, we would never have seen fucking Di Canio. Not in a million years. You know, that just wouldn't have happened. So I can't stand these types of managers.
No.
I can't.
No, if you don't get on with someone, you don't like him, fair enough.
But you wet one.
But you play him. Even a West Ham player said the other day, he was talking to someone and he did say that Alvarez is a really great bloke. But he said he's a very strong character. It's what we needed the other night. We just
Soufal's, you know, and I think we
Another
can all
one?
agree. But Soufal said about Alvarez, he's literally he was loved by all of the players. He was probably the hardest worker, set an example, you know, really professional, and he was he actually referred to him as a leader as well.
Why was he talking about him?
And it must have been questioned about him. It was in the Czech media.
And the other night, when that Chelsea game finished and we lost 5-1, he still hadn't signed his thing. And there was some fan channels saying, actually, this very thing, get him back now. Get him back. And Sullivan, say to Potter, you're fucking playing him. You're playing him.
He's too safe. He always wants to, like Iron Bubble said there, he don't even change his fucking boxes. I bet he wears a fucking crash helmet to go down a local co-op.
But we're crying out for players
fucking safe, isn't he? Honestly,
we're crying out for players to, you know, hard and who are going to lead the team, and we've let him go. He's just walked away.
9858. Come on, everyone. John's got a fucking early start in the morning. We're almost there. Come on, people.
You know, it's reminiscent, isn't it? It's what's happened with Alvarez is what is seemingly going to happen to Emerson. Same thing.
Yeah.
Just go out, just like experienced international players, just going out with a whimper. You know,
when we get to 10K, what song shall we play, John? Pick a song.
I don't know, mate, because I'll be sleeping. Don't fucking taking the piss now because you had a bottle of wine.
Look, I've got loads of people here.
I've got for fucking work in the morning again.
Have I said enough to get us cancelled yet? Do you reckon?
Well, I think
what are you drinking, Nick? Nick, what are you drinking? Red wine?
Drinking too much, Gary.
I've drunk a bottle of Malbec. It's nice.
You better be careful.
I like Malbec.
You need to be careful what you say because you know K Dog is probably watching.
Who?
I'm just going to say K Dog.
Am I going to get a detention?
No, not that K Dog. K Dog. You know the man who's the whole.
Here, lads, got a shout for you.
Oh,
you
I know
you're talking about.
Two Kia. Is that what you're talking about?
Oh, for fuck's sake! Shush, go on, Gal.
No, I was going to say, you know, we're talking about bringing a central defender in who's hard and no nonsense. I can think of one who'd be decent. That Brighton centre half, Lewis Dunk.
I don't want no fucking Potter players.
Yeah, he's old school. He's a proper old school defender.
He's old school, though, Nick. He's in the Dawson mould. You know,
he's only 35. Dawson's available.
Yeah, I know. Like I said to John, you don't think about this, but when you bring players in, you know, all these players that are coming in, the Gers and Tobido. That's another thing I don't get. He never looks fit, does he? How long's he been here now?
No, he likes the gummies. He goes out with Larry the Lou.
Fucking hell.
We had on earlier.
What is it? Is it just? It can't just be style of play. Someone said, "Oh, he just like looks." He can't last a game.
No,
he can't last a game, though, John. Can
now, when we first got him, and I sat on the right hand side at the London Stadium, and the first thing I said to Nick and that on this channel, I said, I don't like a centre back that rolls his socks down. He's got his socks rolled down.
I know.
I know it sounds really old-fashioned, but a defender should be ready for battle, not ready for fucking. Like, what's he going to do? That's what Jack Grealish does. And
talking to Jack Grealish. That fucker got 2 assists today, didn't he? I'm not talking about Moyes at the moment because Gary.
No.
Yeah, Grealish. Yeah.
No, used to. Don't bring Moyes up with used to.
No. It's gone well tonight. It's
gone well. Last week you was at each other's throats, and tonight Nick's turned you on, Gal. It's like unbelievable.
All right, John, I've got to tell you something, shall I? Nick got to. Because you know we had that big discussion about Moyes the other night.
I do know.
Monday night, Everton. Yeah, Everton lost 1-0 to Leeds, and Nick texts me, Moyes out. So I thought, right, you bastard. Everton won 2-0. So I text him, it's what I do, I win. It's what I do, I win. I couldn't help myself.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, you crazy cats.
I really laughed at that joke, Gal. I did. I really laughed at it.
Yeah,
Right, anyway, Gary, on that note.
Yes, mate.
I'm going to let you go. It's been lovely talking to you. You've been on for half an hour. I'm going to phone Alan Thomas back.
All right, mate. Take it easy. Tell her, Nick. Tell her, John.
See you later on.
Take care, mate.
Ta-da.
Bye, mate. Take care.
I feel quite pissed, John.
Yeah, you sound and look quite pissed, to be honest. Yeah.
Hang on. Oh, I've got Jay.
Hang on. Wait a minute.
Hang on.
Wait a minute.
Hang on. What's that? What?
Just seen something. Hang on.
It's all right.
Hang on, Jay. 1 minute. We've got some breaking news coming out, Jay. 1 minute. Hang on.
Oh, close the show.
Oi! No, you fucking lie. You've done it. It's you.
Close the show.
Drunk. I'm not that drunk. Jay, how are you, mate?
Good, mate. Yeah, not too bad, apart from the football boring. I shot me mad going over there. Absolutely nuts, mate.
It's fucking yes. I can't believe Nick got Moyes. I know.
It's just boring as fuck over there now. You know, Potter don't know what to do. The team's in bits. The keeper, I don't know. He looks like, you know, I think we'd have been better off with an 8 million quid keeper.
100%.
Oh, what, Victor? Fuck me. Well, you looking at profiles, right? So look at the problem that we've got that we can see now with the defence, where they can't head a ball, right? Now, if you'd have gone out and got John Victor, he's 6'6". He's got the fucking wingspan of a giant albatross. He's a specialist shot stopper. Yeah. He commands the fucking box. He barks and screams at his fucking.
He looks intimidating.
He looks intimidating.
You got to have someone to control the box, ain't you? You know, especially with they ain't got a fucking clue what they're doing, do they? He
had 18 clean sheets. That goalkeeper. Now there's people talking, but there's people talking about this Hermansen going, you know, I remember when we played Leicester and he had a really good game, and this, mate, he conceded 80 goals last year. 80.
Oh no, something, isn't it? Yeah. Do you know a very similar thing happened with Areola, though, if you remember, and Fulham conceded a lot of goals, but their defence was awful. Well, do you know what I mean? I would assume backed Areola really, because
all day long.
I don't know what's the matter with him. I mean, is he shit? I didn't do any research myself, but it seems like he. No, the other geezer, Hermansen.
Hermansen. Look, I don't. I think maybe if we had a more solid defence, it'd probably be all right. But the combination of the both, where you've got it was actually Dan Lawless. I watched because I didn't know much about him either. And Dan Lawless said on the Friday Night Pint Show, he said, obviously we know our 3 centre-backs that we're playing currently, they don't dominate in the air at all. And he said, Leicester fans are saying this geezer, he's got little arms. And he don't dominate his box at all in any way. He flaps. Straight away you're thinking, what the fuck? What are you going to do if you're in opposition?
No, that's what, do you know, you said something the other week, right? Sorry, John, mate. Go on. Go on, John.
No, go on.
You
go. Go on.
Yeah, and it's stuck with me. Like, do you know where he's playing that wing back system and that, and the midfield once again? I mean, we was like this last year, just an open gap for like proper runners just to run through, and they're just pissing all over us because we got no midfield.
No legs.
And so no midfield, a shit defence. Like it's just. Oh, it's disaster, isn't it?
No, it really is, mate. And 9,969. Holy shit, we're getting there. Keep it going, people. Come on.
What's that? Your subs?
No, not the subs, mate. That's the petition. The petition.
Oh, brilliant. Fantastic. Yeah, I'm always plugging it.
Oh, that's 800. You've got 869, John.
Nick, can I mention something what's not really football related? Yeah, I won't mention too much just in case. But I'm just going to say a little bit. I've been doing a protest. I mean, if you want me to plug my channel, then. But I've been doing some protests.
Plug your channel.
That's all I'm going to say. Like, I'm not going to, because some people might be for, some people might be against.
Everyone's for the protest here, mate.
But I've been doing the women and children and the boys over the Isle of Dogs, Epping, Cheshunt, you know.
Yeah.
I won't go too into it. Anyway, my channel is.
You talked about political protests.
Yeah, against I'll just leave it like that anyway. What's your channel? What's your channel?
Yeah, go on. Push your channel out there anyway, mate. It's fine.
2 up, 2 down.
2 up, 2 down.
2 down. So that's the number 2s.
How'd you spell that, mate?
I'm gonna type it. 2 up, 2
number 2
down.
Yeah, how'd you spell that, mate?
There you
Two
go.
up, two down.
Number two up,
Oh,
two down.
two
I
up,
put
two
it. I put
down,
it in the
yeah.
chat. Is that a YouTube channel?
Yeah, and there's a XL bully dog with a muzzle on. It ain't the first one; it's the second one.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah, so like as I say, you know, some people for against. There's been a lot of things happening. You got to really be careful with, you know, if you got these places around there, because they, you know, in my opinion, and this is all I'm going to say, you know, don't know how to treat women and children. So just be careful with women and children. You know.
I know, mate. I know. But look, listen. No political talk on this one. We won't talk about politics on this. Just keep it to football.
No.
Yeah,
as I say, it's just my thing anyway. And
no, that's it. No, but absolutely. Look,
do you eat Mother's Pride?
Do you eat Mother's Pride?
Mother's Pride, what's that? Mother's Pride is the flour, isn't it?
No, it's the old bread Mother's Pride. Only joking.
Bread, isn't it? Of course, yeah.
No. Look, we're only messing about. No. Look. Listen, it's like with anything, mate. With stuff like this, we try and keep politics completely out of it. You have to, because.
I know. Sorry, Nick, mate. If I,
No. We've put it in there. It's in the chat, so people can jump on there.
Yeah,
I'm gonna have a look.
I do know that there's a lot of people. You know, a lot of people sit and watch it at home and that. You know, I'll just say I'll say this because everyone will know him. You know, someone I see quite a lot is AY. He's the fellow who goes in the hotels.
Right.
So.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mate.
But anyway, back to football. You know, the midfield. There's no midfield. You know, the defence is shit. I think the wing backs ain't bad, but it ain't working. We're not fast enough. We ain't got nothing else to go like. We need them proper midfield like people. Like it's just going to run straight through like, and we ain't got them. And I'm really concerned about this relegation. I was trying to go no. We bet there's always three worse than us. Well, look how close he was last time. I know Man U and Tottenham, we went in front of them, but yeah, I'm really concerned about relegation.
Mate, it is a very real possibility.
That petition, everyone needs to get off their arse and push that petition, because, you know, I mean, I'm no good at organising protests. And I know that for a fact.
That's not our specialism either. So, like I said, I've always if you remember when we started this, we got on Paul Coburn from Hammers United. We involved as many people as possible. We got Bill Gardner on. We got as many channels on that wanted to come on. We tried to involve everyone. This was never, and we've had a lot of people sort of sneering and kind of absolute fucking idiots going, that's a claret and booze. No, it ain't a claret and booze protest. We've set it up, but we've done it in such a way where it's literally it's a West Ham process. If you go onto the fucking page, there is no if a random clicks on that petition link, there is no reference to claret and booze. None. It's just West Ham. That is all it is.
Yeah, I know some people go over there and they don't give a monkey's who owns this, blah blah blah. But we've seen what pain he's put us through. He ain't put 2 bob out of his own fucking pocket. Sorry, excuse my language.
No, you can swear.
He ain't put no. You know, how about when he give us a loan and we had to pay 7 point something back interest? Do you know what a liberty? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then he wants to try and be a fraud, like say that, oh, he's a West Ham supporter and all that. Maybe gold was in there, but I don't think he is. He's just a money freak, which is
what's that clip that someone posted earlier, Nick, and he was talking about. They said to him, "Which club would you buy next?" It was years ago before he bought us, and he said Cardiff. Remember?
It was Cardiff. Yeah.
He was going to buy because that's his own club, isn't it?
That is his club. So I think if Cardiff ever became available, he might.
I did say a Cardiff supporter, you need to be careful because if he fucks up, he'll be buying you.
Fuck Cardiff. I'd rather them have him just push him to Cardiff.
I didn't know he was a Cardiff fan. It seems common knowledge. I didn't know he was Cardiff.
So Nick, because I've been really double busy now, I ain't looked on
double busy. Is this Mickey Flanagan?
Double busy. Can't hang about. I'm double busy.
I'm double busy.
I ain't looked on any like incomings or anything? Is there anything close?
Mate, I'm the last person you want to ask about transfer.
Transfer news.
I couldn't give a shit in a minute.
I'm sure Gio plugged something, but I only briefly looked at it.
Yeah, he's just reviewed some player that Nottingham Forest are about to sign.
Can you believe it? Can you believe anything? It sounds about right.
Yeah.
Can you believe anything? I think half of the time he just makes out.
Look, I believe wholeheartedly that we're trying to sign players. But the issue is, I think what we're seeing now is a culmination of everything coming on top. So but we've been talking about for years, right? About how much of a bad reputation that Sullivan is going to build for himself in the world of football. If you go back to what I'm saying is, if you go back to like, yeah, but what I'm saying is, if you go back to like even the William Carvalho deal, you know, when he tried to fuck them about, he fucks everyone around. So I think you've got that.
But they all talk business, isn't it? So they all know he's a wrong one.
But you
know what I mean?
But you got football agents that he's pissed off, clubs that
he's probably just won't deal with him.
Yeah, they won't deal with him.
He thinks he's Mr. Big Stuff, doesn't he? Can you imagine him? And he's like, you know what I mean? Imagine him trying to get a deal over the line.
No, not at all, mate. Right, but anyway, Jay from 2 Up, 2 Down. I'm going to let you go because I want to make one more call to Alan.
And as I say, like, I plugged that thing. Not everyone's going to like it, but don't give you guys any egg. You know what I mean? Just throw it my way. I love the trolls. Come in and troll me.
No, man. Look. Like I said to you, I stay clear away from politics on the football channel.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
But yeah. But that's fine.
Thanks for that, though.
All right, lovely. Cheers, mate. Thank you very much.
Who is this fucking Bowen's Burgers geezer? Keeps attacking me. I'm going to beat him up. Get John
some gummies. You need some gummies. Gummies are fucked, mate. Honestly,
I've never had them in my life, Nick.
Neither have I.
Oh yeah. It just reminded me.
Yeah.
Oh, that was brilliant. Nick, you're going to get us cancelled. Terrible behaviour.
Evening, boys. Evening.
Hello, Alan. How you doing, mate?
How we doing, fellas?
I'm very good, mate. I'm very good. How are you?
All right. Yeah, all good. All good. Yeah, a few things to discuss, I suppose. Well done. The numbers going up at last.
Mate, how good is that? It's quality, isn't it? It's actually been today. That's why I'm getting pissed.
Getting pissed? Nick? Is it just me or is Nick frozen or is he taking the piss?
I do find it a bit of a shame that West Ham's had to get to the level there before people woke up and signed it.
I don't know what's going on. Can you still hear Alan?
I can hear you.
Right, that's good. Right, that's all right, mate. The camera's just gone off. I don't know why.
You've both gone off.
That's all right. Go on, carry on talking now. I've had a technical issue.
Yeah. Right. So I find it odd that we've had to stoop to the level we've got to before people decided to start signing. That would be my only sort of negative on it. It's good it's going up, and that's what we want. But fuck me. I mean, people hung on a while, didn't they?
They've hung on a while, but going back to what we've said before, right? I think a lot of this stems. Look, people, I don't know what's happened to the cameras. You're just gonna have to deal with it until we're finished. I plugged Alan in to charge me phone, and it's killed me cameras. So
you've cancelled us. You fucking.
I know. It's Keir. It's 2-tier Keir.
Yeah, it's 2-tier, isn't it?
I don't know. So
John's done it because he wants to fuck off to bed.
He has. What? So I'll tell you why. Don't get the ump with the fans, Alan. Don't get the ump with the fans. Get the ump with all the fuckers. When we started this before the transfer window opened, there was so many people that could have jumped on this rather than talking about bollocks players that other clubs have ended up signing.
Listen,
but it's
mate,
all the other. It's everyone else that have been driving counter narratives, that have been confusing the fan base, dividing them. It ain't the fans' fault. It ain't. It's not.
No. Listen, you've seen my comments in the chat groups on the I'm caning some of these other fucking channels, right? Who knowingly sit on here, watch what you're doing here tonight, and fucking just wish they could have a channel like this, yeah? Instead of throwing out the lies and the bullshit while getting paid.
Yeah.
That's who I've got the fucking arse with, and so many of the fan base have got the arsehole with.
Well, there is one more thing that I should say about this as well. The way that YouTube works, people. I know that there's a reason why a lot of people look at us a little bit weird as well, and that's because on YouTube,
found it.
Yeah, but that's on YouTube. When you swear, you demonetize your videos. That's what you do. We do it for fun. We do it for fun, because what it is, I don't. No, but we do. We demonetize them for fun because we want to be natural. We want to be ourselves. We don't want to censor ourselves or the people that phone in. So we literally on these, you'll notice on the lives, we've just done this for 3 fucking hours. No ads. It's nice when people throw in a super chat and stuff, but also literally no ads, and we don't do, and we do it on purpose.
Yeah, we could have adverts during, before, after, all that.
Not on these streams, not with all the time you swear and everything, John.
Yeah, but you could also do that other, between you, John, Mickey, that you could put fucking 5 shows out a day with lies and bullshit just to earn money, couldn't you?
Yeah, of course you could. Yeah, of course you could.
Because some fucking do, that's for sure.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But getting back to something you were saying earlier,
Alan telling it. Alan's telling it as it is.
Is that Enfield Morgan Freeman's? What is that made? Do I sound like Morgan Freeman? Do I sound sexy?
Well,
it won't be fucking me, will it?
You sound common as muck, Al. You sound common as muck, mate.
It's just probably true to form, mate. It's about right. Proudly so.
Go on, mate.
Something you said earlier, right? Now, considering these are fucking like, well, in some shape or form, businessmen that run our club, right?
Yeah.
Now we've all said that we were all saying earlier who we'd like to come in as a manager, what players we'd like to come in. But no cunt in their right mind joining West Ham is do any good at the moment, or if they've got any value. We know that, yeah. But you'd think the fucking midget and all the other cronies surrounding him. You think one of them would say, well, listen, we can give the fans what they want. We'll give them fucking Di Canio in charge, right? Because you'll come and do it for fuck all.
Mate, yes, you would.
They want cheap managers, right? Yeah, he walked from fucking Lazio to West Ham barefoot on glass to manage us.
Yeah.
They wouldn't have to pay him next to nothing to do the job. For them as business people, it's a no-brainer. It's what it's so many of us will be happy with it. It would cost them no money. I'm just surprised they haven't gone down that route because they love to go cheap, but they've never gone cheap with someone that we want. But they could if they had their fucking head screwed on, right? Couldn't they?
We are a sleeping. I hate this phrase, but it's the only phrase I can think of. I believe we're a sleeping giant. We've got a massive fan base. There's massive potential there. We must be quite appealing to someone out there, you'd think, wouldn't you? No?
Yeah, I mean, I do agree with you, John. The only thing, I think we've always been a bit of a sleeping giant. I don't think that's a new thing since we've
Just very quickly, I know what you're saying, John. We are appealing to a lot of people, but one of the things that I know for a fact is that what stood in the way of a sale is basically West Ham are valued by Sullivan and the shareholders. So that's whatever they deem us what they want to sell us for.
Yeah.
Sullivan somehow thinks we're worth between 2.5 and 3 billion.
Who?
Sullivan.
Well, he would fucking think that, the greedy
Yeah.
bastard,
But this is what but this is what I mean. This is why we're not getting sold. That little fucker thinks that somehow he's going to get that sort of money for us. I don't know how. What's he selling?
Yeah, but this is a geezer who only knows the true price of a dildo and a wank leg. You don't know anything about football.
No, I know.
You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
He's a fucking idiot. You know, I mean, I'm sick and tired of him. You know, I know he is a businessman, don't get me wrong, but like you've said before, who can't sell sex?
Yeah, I know.
This ugly bastard.
I know. Yeah.
You ain't got to be a high-powered businessman or be highly intelligent to do what he's done and make money.
No, you ain't got. Like I've said before, he ain't no Elon Musk, is he?
No. I mean, and the other, I just want to answer a few things you said earlier.
What annoys me? Do you know what annoys me? And I've got into this before. And this is the thing. When you start talking about Sullivan, it's very easy to start taking the piss out of him and making fun of him and this, that, the other. But you know what? I'm not going to get you. We can't get into the ins and outs of everything with him. But the fact is, there is nothing funny about Sullivan.
No.
There's nothing. There's nothing funny about him. About what he's done to West Ham. There's nothing funny about him.
I'm of an age when people knew about Sullivan anyway, long before the Birmingham thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm old enough to remember some of the bad press he got and stuff. So it's a long-term thing with him. He's not liked and never has been.
Yeah.
But, getting back to your point earlier with the Wolves game, it's a real 50-50, isn't it, between the split of the actual fan base? Because on one side of things, we should go all out against Wolves because, fuck me, we need a win and it might give you a little bit of a bounce. Any win would give you a bounce.
Yeah.
But at the same token, they might keep that fucker in his job longer, mightn't it?
I don't really care about Potter, though. I said this earlier on, right? So, I mean, look, I actually don't. I'm past caring. For me, look, if it was a league game, if you said to me, I've said it before in the past, I have done. If it's a league game and it's like, would you take a hit for the greater good for a league game? Yeah, I would. I'd lose a league game. I don't want to go have a fucking cup, Al. I don't. I want to win. I want to win on Tuesday. I do. A domestic cup for me. We've only got two because the league's going to be shit. So all we've got are two domestic cups. I don't want to go out of a cup.
You've got to pin hopes. You've got to pin your hopes on the two cups.
I would normally 100% agree with you. Yeah. The only reason I don't agree with that at the moment is look, we ain't winning fuck all this season with that squad. Yeah.
No.
But as much as we'd all have a nice cup run and all that, I mean, we'd have to get ourselves lucky in the draws to get anywhere near a fucking cup, wouldn't we?
Yeah.
Anyone half decent is beating us. I mean, look, I'm not at work at the moment, as you know, Nick. So I watch a lot of football, and everyone I've seen is fucking better than us. Even the shit ones are better than us.
It's a worry, isn't it? Did you see Wolves the other day? I tuned in.
The thing is to have a go.
They looked all right. They looked decent. They was more of a team than. Well, that's the main thing for us. Yes, Rob, we're almost there. John, there's only 107 more to go.
Yeah, well, they'll be happening when I'm asleep, mate. That's all I'm going to say. I'm fucking knackered now.
Listen, it'd be great. You'll wake up in the morning to find out you've eaten.
Exactly.
Yeah,
I think
it's better to wake up to good news, isn't it, Alan? It's better to wake up to good news.
Yeah, it's always good to start a day with good news.
Exactly. He wants to keep me up all fucking night because he ain't got to work in the morning. Fucking dreamer.
Listen, look, but as a few people in the chat have said, we definitely need another 24 hours then, because that was a real good weekend. That was.
Oh, mate, no. Well, I'll tell you what we'll do is
24-hour one.
The 24-hour one that we done with when we kicked off the petition. No, but what we'll do is on the next one. Do you know what? Because we've done it before. We could do a music one. For those that don't know, we have music nights on the terraces. We could have a couple of hours doing a bit of music and all. We could do all sorts. That'd be quality. Once we're gaining some traction, which we are now, and once it feels like there's something happening, well, certainly a celebration, mate. We're fucking. Oh, fuck that. We'll all meet up. All meet up and get pissed.
Yeah,
that's what we'll do.
Yeah, and you know the nice thing is, right?
Go and meet up in person.
The fact he's doing well now, you know far better than I do. Yeah, but there will be people out there on other channels and people that have got their own agenda. Will be fucking hating that eating 10,000 a month. That will really ruin their day.
There's been look. Like I said, there's a lot of people that have been working, in my opinion, been working against it. And we were stuck for a period of, I think it was about a month, on 6,000 because all you had for a month was a relentless shit. And that's why I've been getting so fucking angry with it, because you haven't got to be, I'm not a fucking genius. It's not like, but I'm not a genius. What? It's like the world's most simple fucking 4-piece jigsaw to put together to forecast what was going to happen here. As far as I'm concerned, this was always going to be a shit show. So the people that have been doing that when they could have been helping build momentum to put pressure on these cunts sooner than what they have, everything's played into Sullivan's hands again. In his mind, in Sullivan's mind at the moment, this has gone perfectly for him because you don't want Potter here. You don't want him here. He knew he was going to foul anyway. Probably didn't realise it was going to be as bad. And he gets to sell his players. It wouldn't surprise me if Paqueta does go. We do sell him late in a window. It wouldn't surprise me. Nothing would surprise me with him.
Yeah.
Not now.
So, something you said earlier, Nick, which I will disagree with you on.
Go on.
But you'll get why when I say it.
No, go on.
Right? When you started the petition, and you're absolutely right, it was done to bring together West Ham fans. It was nothing to do with Claret and Booze. It was purely a West Ham thing. Yeah?
Yeah.
And everybody agreed with that. And I still do to a certain degree. Yeah? But as time's gone on, as we've seen people opposing it, trying to undermine it, the more and more I'm far more happier saying, no, fuck it, actually it was a Claret and Blues thing. I'm glad for you to get on board. But no other fucker had the sight to start it off and get it going and all that.
Well, do you know? It was as I said earlier on, right? And we know with our little community that we've got, and you know that we've got on Claret and Booze. I do think that we've got a lot of the old school in here. A lot of them. You know, I'll be amazed if the vast majority of the people that follow us are the ones that went to Upton Park. Right? I do believe that. And you know something? I do actually believe. I said it earlier on when I weren't pissed. Claret and Booze, to me, is West Ham. To me.
Yeah,
no, to me. Because I think if it weren't for Claret and Booze at the moment, with the shit that we've had in the last few years, I don't think I'd even still be watching them. It's because of the people. So what Claret and Booze has given me is this little community of people that I've always had. I've still got it. That's what I like. So
yeah,
it's like a virtual Upton Park.
It's a virtual Upton Park. That's what it is. It actually is, yeah.
And for the likes of me, and I'm not speaking for others, even though I know the people we know that in the group every day, I think the channel sort of, in many ways, has taken over in their lives from what we had at Upton Park. It's sort of, in a lot of ways, become more important.
Realism.
Yeah, well, yeah. I don't know. Look, for me, I do disagree. Because to me, with a petition, for instance, right? Because it ain't easy to sign that fucking thing over. It's an awful platform. It's a ball ache. You got to fight through the paywall, where it's constantly fucking, trying to get you to donate money to it. Then you got to confirm in your emails. Anyone that has signed that is their petition, as far as I'm concerned. Anyone that signed it, it's an individual thing. So anyone that has done that, at that point, it becomes your fucking petition. You've put your name in it. You've had your say. You've said, I want these cunts out.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, look,
that's how I see it.
Yeah, but it ain't that hard, Nick. You got to be a fucking crown eater if you can't fucking sign that petition. It ain't that hard, is it?
There's a few people that have struggled. There might not be crown eaters, but there's a few people. I will say it ain't the best. No. John struggled.
I'm going to be honest. I struggled at first. But only because I'm no good with all that stuff. You know I'm not, Nick. I'm terrible. I ain't got the patience. I'm not.
Well, the annoying thing is with it, because all I did was I used the same petition platform that they use for the concessions. I thought everyone would be familiar with it, so I use that. But then once you try and go through and do it yourself, you think, fuck me, it's asking me for money, and you ain't got to donate. Everyone, you don't have to donate at all. You skip past it.
I'll tell you what the problem is with it.
Yeah,
because I remember when we was doing the petition thing outside the stadium, you had to explain to people that once you've signed the petition, that isn't where it ends. You have to then wait for an email. That's what I don't think the money thing is the thing. I think it's the fact that you then have to do it almost again on an email. Some people don't check their email. Some people might not be living. I think that's the thing that makes it arse uppers. I don't understand why it makes you do that again. Almost, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't know. It's difficult. Well, I think they're just constantly trying to fucking get you into.
Yeah, something.
It's a bastard platform. They're trying to monetize people's causes. Let's face it. But ignore it. Don't give them any money.
Just in reply to what the guy put on there, West Ham 57. Yeah, you're right. Ryan has been pushing. There are some channels that have pushed it.
Yeah.
I mean, not many, but there are some that have pushed it and pushed it daily. But there are also a lot of big channels and small channels that have either just not bothered with it or seemingly have been openly just sort of dismissing it and saying it won't work. And you can't in one hand say, oh, there's a petition there you can sign.
Yeah, no, that fucked me off. And you heard me on the show the other day. So I've heard a few people do it. If you're not going to back it, don't back it. But don't mention it and then say, oh, but I don't think it's going to do it.
Yeah, exactly.
Because what you're telling your audience to do is not sign it because it's pointless.
Yeah.
That's what you do.
Exactly.
So as far as I'm concerned, that's insulting. I'd rather you didn't say fuck all, if I'm being perfectly honest.
And for those of us who were in on this day one, what I think they don't get, what for some reason they can't fathom is, we never ever said that this position was going to be the thing that's going to change the fucking world. It was a start that was going to hopefully lead to other things. Yeah? It was just something to bring people together and to get the ball rolling. And they just don't seem to understand that, do they?
No, but look. Do you know something? When it comes to what channels plays, I'm not doing it. And do you know why I'm not going to do it? Because at the end of the day, the whole point of what we've been trying to do here is unify the fan base. Even if there's people that have pissed me off with what's just happened over the past few days, when it comes to this and this petition, I'm not going to do that.
It's not about that. It's bigger than that.
Believe me, I could. You know, I've been sent through loads of screenshots and everything. This ain't about personal gripes and snipes and trying to divide. This is about unifying people, and hopefully these stubborn bastards that have been doing what they've been doing will jump on board eventually, because all that matters is they leave. That's all that matters.
I think some people couldn't put aside. Some people can't put us. Sorry, some people can't put aside their YouTube rivalry and realise
ego.
This petition, but this is the thing. This petition, people go, "Oh, this is just for Claret and Boone's ego." No, it isn't. What do we get out of it? What do you get? What do we get? Nothing. This is about the club. It's nothing about YouTube and different channels.
No. What have we been? Just for info from my side of things,
go on now.
I've seen quite a lot of people in the chat going, "We'll name them. We'll name them." Look, you've spoke to me enough by now, Nick. The only reason I'm not naming them is that I don't want to connect it to you and this channel.
But at the same time,
I'm not worried. For me, I'll fucking say it. You know I would. But I'm not going to do it on your channel.
But what I'm saying is out at the moment. Look, I've got no issue with fucking calling people out. I think that's quite obvious. But what this petition is all about, I would be a complete hypocrite if all of a sudden I started using this to divide people.
Yeah, exactly.
So that's not what I'm going to do.
Yeah, because we're bigger than that.
We're not doing that. It's about getting people together as much as we can. We're going to have bumps in the road. These fucking idiots that we've had that hopefully will at some point see the bigger picture. They'll get on board with it, and that's fine. The only thing we all want, and that's what this has always been about, is just to get them out, and that's it. I don't care about anything else. I don't. Yeah, but that's why I've said to you, and I said earlier on about when people have been talking, about the merch, getting BS out mugs. Nothing that I do about this will ever be monetized ever. I don't know what other people will do.
Don't ever say merch again, you fucking knobhead.
Well, it's Amanda, isn't it? It's Amanda. But
got some merch.
Getting mugs with like BS out on and stuff like that. It don't feel right. I don't want anything to do with this to be monetized. Not from our point of view, none.
No, because look, if you wanted to do that, you'd be going long enough. You would have done that years ago.
Yeah.
That's not what it's about on here.
Yeah,
and it's the same thing as not naming and shaming some of these people. We don't need to stoop to their fucking level, do we? We just do what we do.
Yeah. Tony just called me a bus wanker.
Who?
Tony Watkins. Nick's pissed. He said merch the bus wanker.
I know. Merch. You got some merch. Fucking hell. That was such a woke phrase. Merch.
Listen, before I go, just want to say, listen, I love the Sunday nights on here. It's a great show. It always is a great show. Sunday nights just won't be the same without it. So thanks again, fellas, for giving up your time and doing this.
No problem,
I'm sure
mate.
Everyone appreciates it.
Lovely stuff. I've had a good night tonight. It's been good. It's been good fun. Cheers, Al. Thanks for calling in, mate.
No one fucks with Big Al. If anyone fucks with us, I'll send Big Al down, yeah? You know, fuck with no one, mate. All right?
Yeah.
No, fuck that. I'm too old.
Top man. Cheers, Al.
Cheers, Alan.
All right. Sleep well, John. Take care, yeah? Bye.
Yeah. Cheers, mate. Yeah. So, yeah, but no. As Mark said there, Mark said naming the other channels don't achieve. It doesn't with this. It doesn't. We are. Look, listen. Throughout the whole summer, we've been swimming against the tide. We have been, and not just me. The 6,000 people that fucking signed that petition initially, and we've been having to have people sort of downplay it. But now we're not swimming against the tide. Now we're seeing it spike, and now we're seeing it go. And
the numbers have gone through the roof. The numbers have gone through the roof in the last few weeks.
Last week.
Yeah, it's no coincidence. It's no coincidence, though, is it? Really?
Well, since you've been back, is that what you're saying, John?
Since I've been back, the petition's just gone through the roof. I'm just saying. I'm not. I'm just. You know me. I'm not vain.
If that is the number, mate, you're gonna have to sit there until we've got it.
What's the number?
Oh no, it's not 9,902. We've still got 98 to go. We'll have to leave it until tomorrow. I thought it was 992.
50. Is that 50 Australian dollars?
Australian dollars. Yes, thank you very much, Warren. I don't know what that translates to, John.
I'll do it there. Wait. He's fucking. I'll tell you, it's a pony. GBP, yeah, to Aussie dollars.
Muttley mentioned earlier on as well. One of the ones that I starred mentioned the Observer story. I must admit that was good as well. So that was a really good read, because we know that a lot of the mainstream media is that we all watch, Talk Sports, Sky Sports, and stuff like that. They're in Sullivan's pocket. Obviously, not the Observer, because that was fucking a really, really good read. I'll put the link in a post, but John, it covered everything, didn't it? Would you not say?
It's a fantastic read. Yeah, it's a really worth it. And I'm going to be honest with you. I don't usually read the Observer.
No, I might do from now on.
What?
I might do from now on.
Well, it looks like they're anti him, doesn't it?
Yeah. It's my new paper.
Might be on our side, which would be a bit of a contrast.
No, that's it. Right, John, I'm going to let you go to bed, mate. That's fine. Go on, let you go to bed.
No, stay up there. I've just cancelled my airport.
You cancelled your airport run.
You can't do that, mate. Someone else is taking him to Luton.
No, shut up. No, you're not.
I've given it away.
You haven't given it away. You're a liar.
I haven't, you silly bastard.
Right, okay. There's no way you've given away a fare, especially a fucking airport run. Right, okay, everyone. Thank you, everyone, for joining us. I'm looking forward to being clipped on social media tomorrow, being called right-wing racist and all the other bits and pieces, because the slip-ups that I've said tonight.
I mean, he can't be racist. He's fucking Chinese.
I actually am Chinese. I look more Chinese now. The more drunk I get, the more Chinese I'll go. Yeah. Right.
Sign the petition. Get it shared. Sign the petition. Keep it going.
See you later on. Come on, you irons. All right, my handsomes. It's Sticky Nicky from Claret and Booze. I hope you're all well.